Stark banged a blind girl. That's all you need to know.
All right, that was a perfect time to hit the record button. Yeah, I last time on Sav Wars, the party made it off of Naboo. You went to Demeter, which is the actual name of Planet Verizon, since you actually went there and had to come up with a name that didn't make everyone giggle. You met the princess, who turns out to be a Force sensitive. She was being trained by a blind Jedi girl who had left the Order for reasons thus far undisclosed. The Force users in the party decided to go train with her, and that was most of the session, was hanging out with Siren. And then, yeah, Stark emptied his blaster into her. And it was a good time.
Figuratively speaking, you just put that. Also, Keeney, your microphone is vaguely picking up your own headphones.
How?
Really,
I
I
don't
can't
know.
even hear
I was
that.
hearing this very soft echo, and I could see a green circle.
No?
Y'all need to get better hearing for.
I'd
I'm on the
rather
other
not
side.
have better hearing if that's how it goes. Just need
Yeah.
to shoot more guns without ear protection. He'll be fine.
I just had a
Why?
Boilermaker. I hear nothing.
I don't even fuck with guns. I know not to do that.
That was the joke, DCL.
Oh,
I mean, Saban's dad does that. He doesn't believe in ear protection, if I remember rightly.
Oh yeah, that was fucking fun. I was like, no, I don't need ear protection. That's for pussies. I was like, this is a fucking 30-round carbine. You sure? It's like, yeah, do it, kid. Like, all right. And then, yeah, he had ringing ears for the next week.
Welcome to not being that smart.
Welcome to
fucking
being
America.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
pretty much.
Welcome to being
He
American.
is
No.
literally actually a genius. Just common sense is not his strong suit.
No, you're
Yeah,
saying,
wisdom was his dump stat.
Yeah.
no, you're saying, oh, welcome to being American. I basically grew up on a gun range and everyone had ear protection.
Yeah, because they weren't retarded.
That's, the one thing Americans know is guns, so fuck off.
Anyway. So yeah, we rejoin our heroes on the rather lengthy journey from Demeter to Nalhutta, which is a moon around the actual planet Hutta. Or sorry, you're going to Nar Shaddaa. It's a moon in orbit around Nalhutta.
Yeah.
It is 24 days away. Some of you have skill points that you have yet to spend, so if you would like to do that, you may. But my question to you is, what the fuck are you doing trapped in a tiny spaceship with each other for basically over 3 weeks?
Star
Non-stop.
orgies. Space orgies. Come on. Why is this
I mean,
even a
clearly.
question?
But, no, alright, so, where did we land on, cause my character's thing was I just wanted to lift off.
Yeah, so after Alorian, the party went straight to Naboo, and then went to Demeter. And then
Alright, hang on, I need to actually click on my character sheet again. Is it saved?
Yeah, chat suggests strips are back.
Yep, obviously.
I mean, I'm down, but hang on. What's the document called that we use for this?
It is literally Star Wars dash role playing game first edition character templates.
Okay, thank you. Because I don't have it saved on this computer, but I have looked it up before, so it's in my history. So I just need to look it up.
Hmm.
There we go. All right. Sorry.
Is good.
So
I know Scow has a bunch of skill points unspent.
That is correct. I bought into a dice of sense, but I'm going to hang on to the rest of those skill points for later needs because I'm sure there's something more expensive I can put it into. Let's see here. Oh, did I have a plan for one before? Let's command con search.
You can always increase your new force skill.
That's true. I do just have a dice of sense, so I mean, it's not expensive per se to level it up.
Huh?
Let's think here. So I need 1, 2, 3, 2.
It's I believe 1, 2, 3.
And then the third one gets
6.
me onto 2.
So you need
Yeah.
6 skill points to advance from 1 to 2D.
Yes. Which is not an entirely untowards idea. However, I've also got other things that could be quite useful for that I've proven to be not excellent at. Things like climbing and jumping, for instance. Not strong suits of mine. I could, even though it's very expensive, start building into con, especially since we're off to Nar Shaddaa. Don't get me wrong, I got bargaining and gambling, but lying might also be quite useful.
It's
Are
true.
you?
That's why I'm looking at 8 skill points, and I have choice paralysis because there are multiple ones that are going to be useful and like important.
Or you could just give all your points into blow up bot.
This is, I already committed more skill points than the rest of you into because I got bonuses at a point.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah. I think I've already invested in Kinabot, but
I have demolition skills.
yeah. In fact, let's see here because we've got money now, which is nice.
So do we actually in character know what Nar Shaddaa is going to be like?
Yes.
I'm wondering.
It's like
if...
that's like asking, hey, do you know what Vegas is like to any American person in the world?
Yeah,
Or just
I
anyone in
feel
the
like
world.
Nar Shaddaa is one of those things that counts as common knowledge, right, Saban?
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
And the assumption is very scummy, very dangerous world of sex, blackjack, and hookers.
It is a more gang-ridden Space Vegas.
Probably going to be wearing the armor. Did we get that refitted? No, we didn't get that refitted yet, did we?
I
We can
believe
get
you
here.
did.
No, it's come off. It's been paid for.
Oh.
I paid it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10,000 is now. That's got all of our negatives taken out of it.
Creepy black market Twilight dude was able to do that, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
sounds
probably going to
reasonable.
wear that armor under a heavy cloak and just be ready for shit to go down.
Yep. Yeah. You know what? I might spend dice into sense.
How does that armor work again?
Oh god, there's a character sheet.
We had that conversation before.
Did we?
Oh yeah, you're fucking baked on medicine. Yes, we did. It's just not a very good one.
In fact, it is
And it's
not,
not
even
even
for
for
this
this
game.
system.
It is
Yeah.
for a
Oh.
completely different Star Wars RPG. So don't worry about it.
Alright.
Yeah. All right,
Um,
I've purchased up into 2D cents.
So real quick, this was like last session was a lot of booze away. What were we doing on this planet?
On Nar Shaddaa, it's our Republic contact for paying shit for that job and probably getting more work.
Oh, okay. So stuff that I wouldn't know about.
Yeah. We're going to get paid there, and then we're going to make our way over to another planet to meet a Force Crystal specialist about the
Yeah.
little white crystal we turned in.
Which one was the other planet? I know it was like all the way over here-ish, but I can't remember which one.
I think it was Takodana.
I think it was that too. I remember it being. Yeah, we're in the opposite direction right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I believe the stats on the armor were just 2 strength added on, right?
And it is here
Yes.
that we will find we will report to your contact about what happened in Lorien.
Yes, you are
Yeah.
meeting Stark's SIS contact on Nar Shaddaa.
Right. Stark, are you getting paid for this? Or is this one of those do this for us or else things?
Well, he's gonna be paying me.
Oh,
He didn't agree to it initially, but he's gonna be.
You've
We blew
changed
the damn
the
thing
terms of your
up.
deal?
We went way above and beyond the call of duty. I'm I'm gonna be pushing for some actual recompense, and maybe a paid trip to the casino for Lilash.
She would like that. She likes gambling.
Yeah, it will also probably be more profitable for all of us than actually pushing Trant for real pay.
Makes sense, I suppose.
She is skilled in gambling. She could make us a bunch of money.
I mean, don't put all the pressure on me. I mean, I know I am amazing, but still.
I
Hey.
like Nar Shaddaa. It's fun. No,
Yes, this
we
is
could.
the person we need to meet on Takadana.
I don't know why you guys brought me here, but that's fine. Are we trying to get the kid laid? He seems very stressed out.
No, we're not. We're not trying to get him some smash.
I mean, is it such a bad idea though?
Uh, could you imagine what it'd be like if he fell for someone and they got pining and emo?
We could just go to one of the higher class places and get a Twi'lek. Everyone's first time should be a Twi'lek.
Well, what if he falls for that one? Then we'd
I
have
mean,
to buy
that sounds
her.
like a.
Then we'd have to try and
Then we'd have to
buy
buy
her
her.
from her slave master and
Oh goodness! Start a whole thing.
Let's not.
kidnapping her would be a very bad idea.
Let's
And
not
that's how you
pressure him into it anyway.
That's how you get bounty hunters after you.
At that point, fucking Cal will enter and go, I'm confused. I feel like I'm being spoken about.
Everyone turns
Well-
suddenly to look at him in the doorway.
Well, I am a doctor, and it's unhealthy to be that pent up. At the very least, you need a massage.
Pent up. What are you talking about?
You gotta relax and take the edge off sometimes, kid. Otherwise, your heart explodes.
Relax.
That's how that works, right?
To be fair, we did spend an entire week getting shit-faced.
What are you all talking about? I'm completely relaxed right now.
Oh man, stringent self-denial is so painful.
To be fair, I suppose none of you have ever seen me back at my home planet. Those were very, stressful days. And you kinda can tell Cal's super traumatized by his face.
Oh my, are we gonna go through another "my life was horrible" talks? Ooh, do tell more.
No, it's just, comparatively, the outside world has not been so bad as the, Sith Empire.
I'm fairly certain you only saw a small part of the seed.
I hear people in the Sith Empire recycle quite fastidiously.
Oh, we do.
A small part or not, it was my world on the Empire, and I'm happy to be out of it. Just, believe me when I say that I'm doing much better. I promise. So, whatever you're planning to do to me, can you please not? And he specifically looks at Lilash.
I'll keep an eye out for you. Don't worry about it.
If anything, I'll be the one keeping the eye out. I hear nothing good about Nar Shaddaa. We should be on guard, at least to some degree.
Oh yeah, no, you always keep your hands on your pocket, so to speak, in Nar Shaddaa. But it's a pretty great place.
Pretty great place, or a pretty great place for you. I know your brand of fun can be rather eccentric.
Eccentric. My brand of fun is completely normal. Alcohol, drugs, spurious encounters, and gambling for money is really great when you're really good at all of those things, like I am.
Those are normal interests.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Well, You'll find out on Nar Shaddaa. There are a fucking ton of us. I'm what some might describe as a hedonist.
Scoundrel?
Yeah, or that. Yeah, sure. Scoundrel's a way nicer way to put it, H1.
I have small issue that you would self-identify as a hedonist. You're much more disciplined than that.
Well, I suppose. Probably. Like a bit, at least, yeah. I guess I'm better than being a hedonist, but...
If you want true hedonism, you know what? I don't even want to finish.
Well,
that.
I mean, no. If you want to see true hedonism, you will see those. They're called huts. Never trust them. H1's nav upgrade has given us a new map. Some shiny new software.
Yeah. Let me just make a few small adjustments here.
I forget. Can we level up our force powers without having a trainer?
Yes.
Okay. Might make
I
that.
believe it costs double, though.
Are you going with that? Pretty sure that's the official ruling. I'm asking if we're going to change that.
I think, like, let's say up until you get to, like, 5D, you can do it on your own, but anything after that, you will need a trainer. It gets real hard. Because otherwise, you guys will basically never increase your force powers, and that would suck.
Yeah, I'll get that 2D in 4 cents. All right, at least for now. I figure I'm going to go practice. Okay, good talk, guys. See you later.
What
Oh,
are you
yeah, no.
practicing, kid?
I'm going to practice too. Practicing drinking mostly because everyone knows it's a marathon, not a sprint. You've got to train.
All right.
You have
Well-
to pace yourself.
Do allow me to join you. The last time I
Sure.
tried this, I was stranded on a planet where I had to make it out of. Well, you tried it. It was not great.
That's true. We at least have drinking money now.
I at least am going to practice my sense. Who knows when the agents of the dark side are going to come after us again? We'll need to be able to sniff them out from the crowd before it's too late.
It was less about the money and more about the supply. And are you sure he doesn't need a drink?
Yes. I mean, you were there because, Republic City, new contacts and stuff, but quite literally, we got super fucking drunk for like a whole bunch of times. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we got... It was expensive. It's expensive getting him drunk, but it happened. It was a good time.
It was
Yeah,
enough
sure.
to make...
I have several of your lessons on recorded for your perusal later, if you like.
It was enough to make me...
I remember
I
to
watched him
record
3
everything.
times. Yeah.
I don't remember it happening, but I believe that it happened.
It was enough to
Which
make me
likes-
swear off of drinking for the rest of my life.
Oh, you say
I don't
that
know.
now. Wait for a week.
I thought what you were saying when you were having your lessons.
For some reason, I have a feeling I would have deep regret if I viewed those videos.
I don't know. It's a pretty good time.
Send me those videos later. I'd much like to watch them.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll quickly find that there is, a very acute blind girl with us who appears to know the Force, and in order to reduce our barriers and initiate some measure of training, we just spend, like, the entire night getting shit hammered on my dime. Well, technically party dime, but I believe it was out of a bonus I don't. Regardless, we got really shit-faced, like, quite super drunk.
Unorthodox training
It
methods.
was expensive. It was expensive.
Unorthodox training methods, but I suppose that's what you get when you get an unorthodox teacher.
Indeed it is.
And that is all that she wrote.
All right.
So, we have a month of being stranded in space.
Yeah, you guys are together for a month. How does that impact your relationships with one another as you are confined into a very small space? Like, you might have your own rooms if you're lucky, but you have no real personal space to talk about on the dam.
Well, obviously, Cal and Steric bond over their shared love of rations.
Well, I mean, we have nicer rations now. Those were paid for. We have like food.
Yeah. So clearly we can, take our Tabasco flavored paste and see how well it works with different types of real food.
Like,
Rations now with flavor.
have you ever seen the Codec call where Snake and I think Colonel are basically just talking about the different nationality of rations?
Yes, yeah. It's one
Just
of my
that's-
favorite things.
Just Steric and Cal for literally a month. Because the galaxy is a big place and there are many different rations.
Oh dear. Alright, so would everyone else make a will save to avoid seppuku? No. But yeah, Lilesh, our dear free spirit, how are you handling being cooped up with these nerds? These ration nerds.
These
For a
ration
month.
nerds. I mean, to be fair, at my heart, I am a nerd myself, a professional xenoarchaeologist. And I mean, we have a guy to look up. So I'm gonna initially, we're in transit for for a month, which is a bunch of time. I'm gonna make the initial contacts out there. Send messages and see if I can get a hold of Professor Sonej.
That's a good point. Non-meme related, I'll just do research on Nar Shaddaa.
Alright.
How much is it possible to send messages from hyperspace?
I was about to ask.
I'm pretty sure you don't spend the entire time in hyperspace, so it would just get dumped instantly every time you hopped out, which is probably like a few days at a time.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. You wouldn't... I don't think you'd be able to chart a, month-long hyperspace lane. The galaxy just moves too quickly for that.
Yeah, effectively, it's like you go for a day or two. You literally only have to spend 10 minutes out to make sure that no icebergs have drifted in your way, and you keep going, and then you do that for a month. It's very exciting. So yeah, every couple of days a message would be able to get out.
And that's how H1 spends her entire month. Just constantly, slightly adjusting the hyperspace course.
She does have a built-in aversion to boredom. It's quite spectacular how useful a skill that is.
Being programmed not to get bored is very nice.
Alright, and, of course, Ivy. You are the newcomer to the group. How are you getting on with everybody?
Well, I am but a humble doctor, but I am going to try to make a small still because, my God.
What kind of test is that?
It's a good
Medicine
question.
test.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
You guys haven't seen what's it called? MASH? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yesterday was a really great year.
Yep. Yeah, MASH is, medical doctors for the army and such.
It was a really good show, guys.
I never saw much of it myself, but I know a couple of the old classic jokes.
I'll skip the actual conversation for at least now, but for character bonding, Cal will actually go and try to talk to Ivy about what life was like in the Empire outside of what he had seen.
Hang
Since
on. Any modifiers saving?
I don't think so. This will just be
Okay.
you. It'll be target 10.
Wow. Hot damn.
I have a lot in medicine, guys.
Oh yeah.
Medicine, big air quotes.
You not only make a still, but you make a still that doesn't just produce trash. Like it's slightly better than pure grain moonshine.
It's not quite swill.
It's like I see a still. It's like it's missing some of the swill notes that I come to appreciate from most Starship guff, but you know, it definitely has that hard metallic edge of. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to really clean all of this properly, but there's really only so much to go around. How did you get this still to even work without exploding? Oh, I used a whole bunch of the stuff that I used to keep the needles clean. Okay, great. What, for cleaning it? Yeah, for cleaning it.
Anyways, well, life inside the Empire is fairly nice. I mean, the streets are clean. There's no real crime to speak of. My parents were massively disappointed that I wasn't force sensitive, but as far as upbringing goes, cold is better than abuse. Like apparently what you went through.
I mean, my father was an evil man, but I can't really say I went through abuse, at least not by Sith standards.
Half of your face is burned off. And
Okay, so I did, like I said, he was a rather difficult person. And by that I mean complete and utter monster who I devoted my life to ending his. But outside of that, many things that I went through were barely a step above normal training.
hang on.
The Sith pride themselves in being different from the soft tenets of the Jedi. Training is not meant to be for the weak. It is meant to make the strong even stronger.
Well, I mean, my sister is Sith, and my father didn't burn half her face off.
I believe my father justified it as I had a lot of catching up to do.
It seems like your father was a very poor Sith.
He was well regarded by his peers and community, despite being the monster he was. It was the fact that he was so well respected and high regarded that made me have a disdain for the Sith in general.
Ah, so he was a useful tool. Never mind then.
Exactly. The characteristics of his personality or his deeds did not matter. All that mattered was that he was powerful and that he was producing powerful heirs.
You know, once we get some money in, I can fix that face for you.
No. It's a wasted effort, trust me. The powers that desecrated my face would just make the scar come back. Besides, it's very painful to have it messed with.
First of all, that's not how the Force works. Second of all, science has come a long way since 1,000 years ago.
No offense to you, but would you know exactly how the Force powers work?
Well, given that every single member of my family was a Force user, yes.
He kind of arcs his route that.
I'm a Sith pureblood, dear. I'm the only one of my family who's not sensitive.
Really now. How powerful was your family in the ways of the Force?
You know, sometimes had members on the council, other times just vied for power, grumbling about things, leading their lineage back to the firsts who were touched by the Dark Jedi, that kind of stuff.
Definitely sounds like they were influential people.
Very annoying, actually. I think my favorite part was how much truck they put in the powers of the Force when every galactic war between the Force users were won by people with guns.
That sounds completely inaccurate.
There was no great battle in which two Force users faced each other down, and because one killed the other, the war was ended. it was always ended by massive amount of troops shooting at each other, and entire star systems falling to death and chaos.
That's completely inaccurate from everything I've learned. All the historical's greatest turning points have been at the head of highly powerful force users.
Leaders, yes. The actual people who fought it, no.
In the grand scheme of things, force users make up a very small margin of all military forces.
Yes, but they're the ones who have the power and the ability to move the galaxy itself.
You keep saying that, but then there's the Admiral who basically founded the Empire for the Emperor.
Yes, and he was rewarded because of his service and seen as high regards due to his lack of force sensitivity. For any other force user, that would have just been the basic par.
Just don't place too much faith in your own powers. They're not as great as you were led to believe.
I have a constant reminder of that every day. He kind of points to his face.
Yes, done by another Force user. I'm talking about the Force, kind of inconsequential compared to orbital bombardment.
Even that I have doubt for. But I'll take what you say into consideration. It's not as if I'm so strong with the Force that I should have unwavering faith in it in the first place. If anything, the Force has rather left me stunted as it has you.
Just don't overextend yourself, kid. I like you.
Of course, knowing one's limitations is a vital part of staying alive.
And again, there's a reason why the Mandalorians nearly wiped out the Jedi, even though Mandalorians were by themselves about as populous as the Jedi, but they managed to hold off the Jedi and the entire Republic for about 30 years.
All right, so I'm going to say this out of character because I don't think I know anything about the Mandalorians. But to be fair, the Mandalorians had like anti-force armor.
No.
Yeah, they have armor that's resistant toward lightsabers and keeps them from being fucked
Everyone
around.
has that shit. It's called cortosis in this.
No,
Yeah.
like this was in the fucking Sith manual and mentioned later in Expanded Universe. They have armor that makes them resistant towards lightsabers, force control, and anything else. And they're super.
Only very specific people had that.
Yeah, but it was
that's
like
and that's non-canon, and that's non-canon in the universe we're playing in right now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
in the fucking wait, isn't it?
It's
No,
not.
we're
It's not even. It's not even canon in Tor, dude.
It should be.
Everyone
That's what-
Everyone has cortosis in their fucking gear if they want it, and the reason Mandalorians are good is because they trained for killing Force users, and they did happen to have quite a lot of cortosis gear, but like. That was it. The reason Mandalorians thought were special is because they kept going to war with Force users, and they're very good at war.
I
Yes,
could have
and
sworn.
There's no manifest destiny for them. They are just really fucking good at war.
Okay, let me put it this way: every single Mandalorian is a Spartan in that they're excellently trained, like heavy infantry. That's it. That's all they do. They do heavy infantry and they do some space fighting. Other than that, the reason why the reason in this series, what we're playing right now, that the Mandalorians lost is because the same reason why the Spartans lost against the Romans is because they're not good at mixed unit tactics. They're only good at one thing, and every single Mandalorian warrior is a warrior. Here's the problem. They're warriors, not soldiers.
I remember listening specifically from the MMO lore archives, and the Mandalorians basically got screwed over the war because they trusted the Sith, and the Sith, being the Sith, backstabbed them in the fucking ass.
No.
Yeah,
That's
no,
it.
Yeah, no, that's what
they got they joined the Sith to fight the Jedi very temporarily, and the Sith were
Okay,
like,
hang
these Mandalorian are very good at it, and killed a bunch. However, they were generally overdone by not being able to fight an army.
Yeah, but you're
I
talking
really
about
do
the
think they're
difference
pulling away
between the
from-
Great Hyperspace War and
Yeah.
the Mandalorian Wars. The
Yeah,
Great
that's what-
Hyperspace War was when the Sith backstabbed the Mandalorians.
Yeah, and they were still
Mandalorian War was when the Mandalorians were at their height, and they were only told by the Sith to go fight. The Sith didn't backstab them. They got eventually ground down by the sheer might of the Republic armies, and the fact that they were led by Revan.
No. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off now so we can move forward. I mean, like with this last statement. I watched the MMO like little lore archives. I'm pretty sure the lore archives both mentioned the fact that their armor is force and lightsaber resistant more than anybody else's, and the fact that they were involved in the war because the Mandalorian blockade, and the whole reason why that came about is because the Sith was secretly puppeting one of them through the background because of their strongest Mandalorian guy.
Okay, the Mandalorian blockade, bro. That was literally during this war, not during the last war.
Yeah, this war specifically. Like, isn't the difference between this war and the last war like a matter of like 10 years?
300 years, bro.
No, because it was continuous war and then it braked for a
The
little bit.
Great Hyperspace War happened. 700 years later, the Mandalorian War happened, and then 300 years after that, this war happened.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
Sorry, Savin.
It's fine. You guys can filibuster all you want.
Yeah,
Also,
because
yes, this is sort
Star
of
Wars
a
is
lack of consistent vision, which is, an issue.
Yeah, because at one point George Lucas was like, hey man, whoever wants to write their own crap, let's just do it, no matter how bad it is. Like, the force-resistant ferrets that in one canon, stormtroopers literally just had cages on their back full of ferrets that stopped force users from being able to kill them.
Also, don't forget
was
the
great.
droid Jedi.
Oh, and the droid Jedi.
Truly the height of Star Wars canon.
And now there's the current canon, which says the Force is inherently light, and the dark side is a cancer upon it. Yeah, there's only the light side, and any other thing means it's imbalanced. I know, kill me. But at least
this is why the next game will just be set in a Star Wars adjacent universe called Space Conflicts, and it'll be very similar to Star Wars, but actually have like save-and writing for it.
Hey man, at the very least, they made what's her name? The cute Togruta, not Ashara Zavros. She's from the Old Republic.
Let's go.
Ahsoka?
Yeah, Ashoka. They aged her up, and she's having her own series now.
I mean, there's a big gap where she just basically disappears, but yeah. Going forward, let's go to the land of blackjack and hookers. Oh, well, never mind now since everybody's BRB.
No, I'm still here.
That was Steven's statement was a joke.
Oh.
He's not gone to go copyright a Star Wars or like off canon.
I mean, I might, but
Not right now.
we'll save that for when I get the Tainted Space 2 license from Fenn.
I will at least say it is in canon that basically Force users fucking rule the world and are the big center point of everything.
Shut up.
That's fine.
Anyway, so the party is trapped amidst each other for a month of what seems to be arguing about Mandalorians, so I'm sure most of you are probably ready to kill the others by the time you finally get to Nar Shaddaa. And when you drop
I think everyone
out,
is bonding very, very effectively.
Yes. Now, there are both Sith and Republic presences on this planet, so when you drop out of orbit, despite this being far from Republic space, you don't see either side's warships hanging heavily in the sky as you have on every other world you've visited lately. Indeed, this is a hub of trade, with hundreds and hundreds of freighters of various sizes coming and going every day.
Instead of Republic or Empire, it's Hut paid off PMCs.
Pretty much.
You mean what we are?
Alright, so the Dame has no problem entering Hut space. It's not like anyone's going to stop you, right? There's no real border patrol or customs you have to deal with. The only issue is finding somewhere to land.
It's a busy place.
It is. So the Dame is in orbit right now. You have a clear line of sight to the ground, this planet-encompassing city, but the question is, what do you do?
Also, save it. I was just gonna ask her if she was in town.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. In which case, no.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna give people the tourist advisors version of going on to Nar Shaddaa. I recommend, like, blasters but no rifles, because they'll always take your rifles away when you're in places, but blasters you can generally get away with. Keep your money on a solid credit chit so you can just do digital transactions. If you walk around with a bunch of small chits, you'll get fucking robbed.
Oh, don't worry. I've been here before.
Yeah, I know, but some of them haven't. Just making sure. Going through it all. If ever someone looks like a strange alien or is speaking to you in Huttese, if you don't know Huttese very good, just fucking answer normally anyway and ignore the dirty looks you get. They're like that with everybody. Oh, and if anyone ever offers to take you to an alleyway anywhere for anything at all, it's definitely a trap and you will lose valuable organs.
So what you're saying is I should attack and put down anybody who makes such
No.
offers. 'Cause they would be a threat
And
to
on
us.
top
No.
of that, the
No
best
attacking.
security you can have is to pay the local hotel good money, and if anyone attacks you, they're going to end up dead, pretty much instantaneously.
The same applies
Just
to them,
another-
by the way. So don't get in fights with people. People will say a lot of stupid shit because they'll get drunk all the time. It is very rare it will come to blows because there are a lot of very, relatively poorly paid, little more than thugs with big guns and little person instincts, and they'll just shoot. Or
So-
punch really hard and start fights. Just,
Let's-
win your battles with words instead, because it'll make you feel better when they get pinned to the ground and their arms broken.
Everybody's
Let's all
armed here.
just pool our money together and go into a hotel run by the Huts, because if you are a guest at the hotel, they will protect you, because you are more profitable gambling at their casinos rather than dead.
Actually,
So if you're an
Saban,
official guest, they will kill anyone who tries to mess with you.
putting you on the spot. What did I learn during my research?
I don't know. What did you learn? Roll a knowledge planetary systems check.
Touche. That's knowledge.
This is a mob world. Just pay for a hotel and then stay within whichever hut owns that
Sheffield.
territory.
So,
Fine.
are you sure Cal knows how to read?
I
feel
mean,
like
I
that's a
only have
convert.
2D of knowledge.
I feel like that's a conversation we've had.
Yeah, I'm sure Cal can read, but I don't think his reading comprehension is very high. Like, he has. It's not so much like you look at the screen and like heard or so much as you just don't know how to study from books, right? Like that's not something you've ever done in your life. So you might have all the information on the HoloNet at your fingertips, but it's also all of the information on the HoloNet, and you have an almost impossible time separating fact from fiction, conjecture from reality.
Apparently, everybody in Nar Shaddaa has H-cup breasts and penises. Stonking huge penises. Oh wait, I'm just playing tits.
Woo!
I mean, whatever research you're doing there, my friend, you're not 100% wrong, but do make sure that they're clean.
Okay, in character, he'll be like, why can't I find anything about Nar Shaddaa's systems or gangs? It just keeps telling me about how the women have big boobs.
Because that's more important than learning about the gangs and the violent people. They generally pay money so that, you don't pay attention to how they're, essentially run by crimes in the background. Tell you what, you want some advice? You want some advice on actual gangs and stuff? I can hook you up with some gangs-based advice.
Listen, Just don't move beyond the bounds of a few blocks from the hotel, and don't go deep. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yep.
Alright, I have no idea what you guys want to do on this planet, and I really don't care. So I am going to go, and I am going to find a nice alien, and gonna have some drinks. So you guys do you.
Let's get some detonation packs.
When are we gonna be meeting up with you again?
You will not find me outside this hotel.
You seem
I
to have a
will
lot
give-
of faith in the hotel.
Yeah, no, that's
Yes.
fair.
Because this is a
I'm
crime.
more mean. I'm more mean. When do we expect you back here?
I will be in my room. I will give them the room.
When?
Whenever I am. How long are you guys going to be? That's a more pressing question. Because I kind of want to wander the galaxy for a while, and you guys seem like fun. So, as long as I get a fair cut, I'll come along and patch up your wounds.
We have pressing and important matters to take care of. It wouldn't
Well-
do good for us to linger on this planet for too long.
I'm sure you don't want a Sith pureblood hanging around to whatever matters you have, especially if we're on a gang world. So I'm just going to do my thing, you guys do your thing, and I'll meet you back on the ship. You have my communicator info, I have a pocket computer.
Well, I suppose so.
I don't care if you're, from what I've guessed, likely smugglers or whatever. You guys do your thing, I'll do my thing, and if you get shot, I'll make sure that the bullet hole doesn't kill you. Because they do have slug throwers on this planet, by the way. They're primitives.
Filthy savages.
I'm just excited to find us a place where we can go and, you know, drink and enjoy ourselves. And so, what's it like parking around here?
That's a good
Or am
question.
I
and
gonna have to make a couple of calls around and see if we can get hotel parking?
yeah, all right, that's a fair point. How would you like to go about this? Do you want to just call a hotel specifically? And if so, how much money are you looking to spend on a hotel?
Let's go with a larger, neutral, hut-owned one. Not like in the depths of the Republic area, like, you know, because they are broken up into little sectors, big air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not too close to the Republic and not too close to the Imperial. Large and in charge. Probably more crim heavy, but still
So-
hut-owned.
Let's go for a mid-end. So we're not going to go to MGM, but how about we just go down to the street to the Lux?
Sure. And would that be a bargain roll?
Yeah, I think that's a fair test. It'll be an open-ended test, so the better you do, the less you'll have to pay to get what you are looking for.
Sure.
And I guess before you roll, are you looking to get how many rooms?
Alright. H1, are you
Two.
okay to stay with me, my dear?
Of course.
Excellent. So I suppose 4 rooms.
Okay.
Or
Yep. Or if they do like a long attaché, I don't mind having an extra bed as well for the kitty and making it 3 rooms if it turned out cheaper.
I was assuming that you would only want 2 rooms.
I'm fine with bunking up, kitty cat. I have my own things I'm going to be doing anyways. Probably won't spend that much time in the room.
In the room. Okay. All right. Sure. Let's go with 3 rooms.
Okay, 3 rooms.
Well, I was just thinking too. Cal and Starrick in one room, and then H1, Ivy, and Lilish in another.
Oh yeah. Sure. All right.
Okay.
That makes it easier.
Rooms? Hotel rooms do have more than one bed.
Yeah. They probably have double smalls. Unless Starrick was looking to catch us some strange, then you know I can make it 3 for the privacy.
I wasn't particularly looking to, but Sure, I don't want to press him into it, but I don't want to force a kid not to do anything.
Ah. Yeah, would
Oh.
you like your own room, Cal? Or do you want to go bunksies with Stark? In your own bed, of course. Not going to force you guys to cuddle up or out.
It's more tactically advantageous for us to share a room. That way we can split watches.
All right, 2 rooms. I kind of expected that answer, frankly. It's why I wasn't going to ask out loud.
I mean, it is
Oh
really
my
that
god.
way.
I am so annoyed at how shit that roll is.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. So you're looking at
Fuck my
300
life.
credits per room per night.
The huts take us for a ride.
They do. They do.
Fuck's sake. It's just the way dice is, I guess.
Is the way the dice is.
300 a night a room? Fucking hell. That's expensive.
I mean, this is an expensive planet if you want a hut-controlled hotel.
Yep.
Everything's hut controlled,
Yeah, the
dude.
thing is,
We have our
Exactly.
ship. Why don't we just go back and sleep there? It's not far from the cities.
Did you
Well-
listen to a single thing that Ivy and Lil said, kid?
Yes.
the
that if we-
hotels are safer than basically anywhere else in the city.
It comes with, like, bodyguard insurance, so people aren't gonna fuck with us as much, okay?
And also, it'll have parking for the
Uh.
ship, as opposed to just trying to land down in a hangar and sleep there. And I've been in a ship with you guys for over a month now.
In my defense, Saban, it's hard to tip my hand on that
It's true.
because it's really hard to type that fast.
It's true.
I mean-
It's true.
My general concern is I'm not sure that trusting a criminal organization for our safety is completely wise, especially not if the Sith get involved.
They're
Then
all
even their
criminal
protection.
organization. No. Independent criminal organization, Cal. No Sith, no Jedi, no Republic, no Imperial. They just do business, admittedly with criminals. However, paying customers are important. You know that old saying, the customer's always right? Maybe you don't know that saying. But let's say that they can enforce that right with lethal intent.
So
This
we're being
is
so we're
free
being so we are being extorted.
No?
This is free space, all right? So
There's-
there is no law here other than the huts. The huts want to make money, and if any of their guests get hurt, they lose money.
I understand
So as
that
long
point.
as we stay within the boundaries of hut-controlled space, we'll be fine, unless the huts have something we want. But generally, what they want is going to be something incredibly valuable. Like if we were smuggling
please.
kyber crystals.
I get it. But you're saying that if we don't pay, we're going to be hurt.
What? No.
Yes.
I mean, oh, yes, of course, but that's called paying for a room.
Yeah, we're going to be hurt if we squat.
Yes. Look, kid. Sure, think of it as extortion if that helps it make sense to you. We're bloody well doing it either way.
I mean, I'm not in control of the money, so
I will happily make the deposit, and it'll be an open account for the days. I will ask really nicely people not to try and set fire to any rooms. I know that people know how to party hard,
Do
and
you
I'm not going to
explain
tell anyone
Cal
that they
how a
can't.
mini fridge works? Or rather, to stay out of the mini fridge.
Don't touch that shit.
Yeah, they'll take you for a if you think the room itself at 300 credits is extortion, no, 300 credits is the entry fee to being extorted further if you touch that mini fridge. I'm telling
The
you right now,
only
I will
way-
not pay for it.
You should use a mini fridge is if you have a skilled engineer with you, because there is underneath the mini fridge a series of weights. That's how they actually know to charge your room. So don't touch the stuff unless you have an engineer with you and you're willing to run very far away from the huts.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I'm gonna put it out there as well. Like, you can cheat a bit while gambling as long as you don't cheat too hard, but please don't actually try to get into deals with all lighter huts. They're assholes.
none of you are endearing me to this planet.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
No, this planet is great. just don't mess with the huts. It's like being within the seat. You don't mess with Sith, don't mess with the huts.
I'll remind you that my time in the Empire was not the best.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You have...
Just remember, kid. Rules we have to follow, everyone else has to follow as well. Like, sure, Empire Republic have got bigger discretionary budgets to pay people off, but they'd have to dig into a good chunk of it to make losing profits and losing trust from customers worthwhile.
I understand. We pay the people. We get their protection.
We just pay the hotel fee. But anyways, are you sure you don't want to come with me? There are quite a few high-class ones floating about, and honestly, I've never tried Rhodian.
Are you talking food, drink, or women?
Yes.
All three. Well, I assume Cal's not in for it, but Lilesh. I've always wanted to test out felon inflexibility.
You're a tempting prospect, but I try not to initiate smash with the people that I travel with. I find that is...
Oh, it was going to be at least 4 people.
Oh,
But,
right.
All right, you can be a prude if you wish. I'm off.
Look, we'll see.
Also, Lil, I do need you with me for the negotiations.
Yes, smuggling, whatever you guys are doing. I'm gone. Bye.
All right. Tell you what, you were there for the job. How much money do you have on your character's account?
Redacted.
Redacted.
I don't know.
You have an empty space for credits on hand. Would
All
you
of
like?
you do.
True, but
Mhm.
huh? Where did mine go?
Y'all need to divvy up
never
those
really-
credits because they don't just sit in nether space. If one of you
True.
dies with all your
Listen.
money on
Alright,
you.
fine then.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So, first of all, okay, let me go to my characters. All right, Ashaya would have left you guys $6,250.
Oh, dope.
Which you guys can split among you.
Would everyone be okay if I just made that our ship's open account then, and just say that that money is probably in the ship itself? So, like, things like this hotel money would come out of the ship count that we keep. And then we can spend the rest.
I have no objection to most of the time that being how all of the money is treated. Just when we're going onto a planet, like, give everyone like
Spending
an
money,
allowance.
pocket money. Yeah, all right. Sorry, you said it was 6,250.
6,250 was Ashaya's money on top of whatever we had. She would have left it to you guys because all her friends are dead.
All right, everyone gets a 2,000 credit spending money. Don't waste it all at once, because that's a lot of money to burn. All right, everyone, yeah, 2,000 credits. All happy?
I marked it down then.
Dope. Hooray! Yeah, so yeah, before you leave, I'm like, oh, one moment, please. And then, shwink. Trying to spend it all in the same person.
I will buy some explosive charges.
Dope. Yeah, I mean, if you want guns, if you want illegal weapons, armor, arms, programs, devices, this is also going to be the place to get it. Just make sure that you have someone on hand to join you for the journey. It's not one I recommend doing solo.
Ooh, I'm going to buy a smuggling compartment.
Oh, that is a very good idea.
Where should I put it? Where should I have it?
Oh my gosh, obviously in the butt.
My butt.
Yes.
That's too obvious, though. Like,
Really?
that's actually where people will check.
Oh yeah, I guess they do naturally check the butt. But I feel weird stating some kind of storage gina. Could just go with, I mean, You have a well-defined chest chassis. It's probably a good enough place. And the idea of you like reaching behind your robo cleavage and pulling out a gun entertains me to no end, and I find that's a compelling part of getting a compartment. Okay, good talk.
Just tell
I
us
actually had to
some
check
stuff.
to make sure my Discord hadn't gone hard on me. Alright, great.
Just sandbag that. It's fine.
Savage.
Just doing some sneaker stuff. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you're entertaining your secret messages.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah,
That's what
I do know.
That's what the kids are calling the disease, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the hotel.
You're trying to figure out how much cocaine you can snort off a clown's boner with 2,000 credits.
Please, cocaine, dude. You know me. It's peyote.
I was about to say, Trey's on that hardcore shit. He's sniffing them condoms.
Oh yeah. Ground up condoms.
Oh my god.
Oh no, they don't grind them up before they do the condom snorting challenge.
My fucking god. But
Yeah, that's an actual thing now, Murs. Congratulations.
that's right. You haven't heard about that because you're
You
not.
thought
a
the
fucking
Tide Pod
American.
challenge was bad.
Yeah, this
I
is
had
snorting
I
actual
had-
condoms through your nose and pulling them out your mouth. That's a thing.
I
now.
had blocked that out.
No. That's not a thing now. That was a party trick when I was like 17. Come on.
No,
I'm not even
it's
kidding.
back. It turned up in a bunch of American newspapers that when I first saw that as a headline, had to ask if it was an American. It was one of those Onion type newspapers, and was informed sadly, no, this was not satire.
Yeah.
But yes,
No,
yes,
no.
yes, yeah.
My buddy Greg used to do that.
No, shush you.
was
We must
friggin'
focus. We must focus.
No.
Yes.
No, now I'm gonna
Gotta-
tell you about the time that my friend Justin shoved
Look,
entire.
we play this game every 2 weeks, so we can hear that story later. Because I'm gonna want to hear that story later. But now, we have the hotel.
Hey. I didn't initiate this. You did.
I know.
Anyway,
So,
God, where were we even?
We got the hotel.
Ivy has gone off to do her secret shit.
Yeah, okay. So
Each
you
one
guys
has a
have
shopping list. And I
you
think the
guys
rest of us are
have
going to
found a
go.
hotel. You've opened an account. So yeah, you sweep the dame down. You land on Nar Shaddaa. There's just this. Even here in the, I wouldn't say nicest, but it's the less shitty part of town. There's just this
Yep.
perpetual odor of industry, starships, and thousands of bodies packed together in the lower quarters, just drifting up. It's, for those of you who haven't been here before, it's almost unbearable. It's like being at some sort of horrible furry convention in an elevator.
I'm gonna bring this up now because I think it'll be relevant in a bit. Cal is in the storm armor. He's just wearing a cloak over it, a heavy cloak.
It's fine.
Do you have
The
anything on
sigils
your
were all
face?
defaced off of it.
No, he does. He's not wearing the helmet. The helmet. He's
Okay,
wearing.
so everyone can see your horrible kitty face.
I mean, yeah, but he's still wearing a hood.
Okay, well, I mean,
Fine. In a place like this, that face of yours is getting you some mad street cred.
I
It's
mean,
true.
H1's not even
They call him Johnny Face Butcher.
Johnny No Face.
Johnny No Face, the man with no face.
yeah.
How
So
did Johnny
Johnny
No Face do? I don't know, but he's got no face.
Oh, I have an
the
idea. That's good.
the hotel itself, you immediately see, is quite secure as promised. There are several security droids armed with heavy blaster cannons patrolling around, even out here on the docks. And you are immediately greeted by an attendant who will offer to take any bags in, to convert any cash you might have into chips. As soon as you get inside, anything you need, really.
Oh, of course. First we're going to do some sale, meet a couple business contacts here and there, and then it's probably up for another, a big long night day of hard drinking and lots of gambling. And then I will, I'll pop them, 10 credits if they're offering to carry a bag. I'm not carrying a massive load, but if you'd takes my sling bag off of me, I'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll take the bag and go. I'll help with the luggage myself. Thank you.
Right, yeah,
Oh, sure, that guy can keep his 10 credits anyway. I don't want him to feel gypped.
A little Rodian will squeak at you and scurry off. And yeah, so Ivy, if you want to get a knight of negotiable affection, you can indeed negotiate for it. If you'd like to make a knowledge streetwise or a perception bargaining to find a suitable price and quality standard.
All right, give me a second.
What you say? All right, how many? First question: how many boobs does this chick have?
Roll 1d6.
The right amount.
Quick, use force to roll double double dice on her boob quality.
Well, when they say you should use your force points to do heroic things, I don't think that's quite what they meant.
I would like to do a heroic someone. It would be fine, I'm sure. Yeah.
Stray?
You said you had to do a thing quickly.
No, I'm still here. I'm just doing other things as well.
I did ask to roll a perception bargain or knowledge. What's it streetwise if you want, or you can just pick the first caller you find.
I mean, I could just like ask the hotel, but okay.
I mean, yeah, you could indeed ask
Does-
the hotel for one of their finest girls, but
Okay. Does con work for me at all, or bureaucracy?
no,
No?
not
Okay.
for this particular role.
Would you like me to play the pimp to your books and score you a gal before we leave to go do business?
I mean, I wouldn't be against that since my perception is duty plus 2.
Sure. So yeah, while we're making sure the room stuff is figured out, and I'm handing you a pair of keys, I'll lean over to an attendant and just find. Oh God! All right, enjoy.
Oh my!
I couldn't score us hotel fucking prices to be cheap, but you best believe I found them. I just you know when you look at someone and go, man, I wonder if she works here. It turns out this time the answer was yes.
I invited you to the Eiffel Tower and you said no.
Yeah, I know. I got business. You have fun. So yeah, you go a 23 for.
Okay, yeah, you find pretty
okay.
much the highest quality contact in the place. If you'd like to shell out 200 credits for a few hours of her time.
I think the official term is companion.
Yes, of course. The finest arm candy in the Great Big Gambling Hotel.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you wife number 1.
I would.
So that conversation goes.
I bet these big name casinos actually do have. They just sell you. They will literally just sell you arm candy to have around while you gamble.
Oh yeah, that's like you go to a pit boss for that shit.
I'm looking to spend a lot of money. I need a girl on each arm right now.
Yeah, pit boss would be like, "Fuck yeah, what you want? Humans, aliens, we got you set."
So is this the part
that girls
where?
who says that they're good luck?
So is this the part where H1 gets kidnapped and upgraded into a full assassin droid, and we have to get her back?
What do you mean upgraded into? She is an assassin droid.
This is the part where H1 becomes a Gundam.
I mean,
All
that
I
would be pretty
need
dope.
are some integrated vibro knives and get melee and melee parry up, and more
Yeah.
better dodge. And then I'm an assassin.
That all told, you now know demolitions. You're fantastic with a gun. So we get a secret compartment in you.
I have no sneak or hide.
Oh no! Looks like Ivy is gonna have an itch. You know why they call her Ivy?
It's fine. I mean, you're.
Oh, that actually is a good point, Ivy. Why don't you go ahead and make a
I
strength?
literally said high class.
That doesn't. I'm kidding.
No, there is
I'm
actually-
Kidding.
wait.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This is for something else. How boned am I?
Pretty.
Oh god, was this an
Okay.
was this an I know a guy named Lando roll?
Yeah, this was the I know a guy named Lando roll.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh god, I
And
love a
it's a crit
context.
failure,
I
too.
fucking
Superb.
love a circles roll.
And I hate this game in that there's no fate points.
I mean, there's a double my chances force point you can spend, but you have to do it beforehand.
And I've already used that, bro.
Yep.
This is a new adventure.
New
Is
adventure.
it a new adventure?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, I guess that happened in the session I wasn't here.
Well,
'Cause I
this
asked
is
at
the
the
first
end of
session of a new adventure, but yeah, you can everyone recharge up to 1 force point and whatnot.
If
Okay.
you had 1, do you go up to 2?
No.
I started with 2, but I guess I'm at 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
you're-
you spent one unheroically and then and therefore lost it forever.
That's a good point.
You spend your one permanent rechargey one on superheroic shit.
Yeah.
Then you
Hey.
can actually get 2 again.
Well, from the sounds of
Hey.
it, Stray might be giving me just that opportunity in the future.
Don't I want you to read what that roll was. Don't worry about it.
Okay, if Ivy dies, you can just, not worry. You told us to.
Is it an
Not
ex-boyfriend?
to, I guess.
It's not my fault. I literally can't roll dice. I mean, it is my fault for existing, but
Uh, don't think of it as, you can't roll dice. Think of it as, you can't help but make an interesting event happen.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Exactly. Things going wrong is often the best thing to happen in a game, because that's what we like to call plot. It's just when it happens over and over again, then someone has a terrible miscarriage and dies.
Oops.
I'm so looking forward to tomorrow's session.
Oh god, I gotta run walks in the morning.
Yep.
Hey, today's game.
Yes.
Yep.
So for those of you who aren't Ivy, what's the plan?
Keep
I believe
an eye
Stark
out.
needs to lead us to his to his contact.
Yeah? Unless there's anything we wanted to do before that, then, yeah.
Save another question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I buy things to be installed later in H1?
Yes.
Okay.
I happen
much
to have
would it
droid
cost?
program and repair now, so I can even put those in for you.
How much would, say, a smuggling compartment get to be fitted but not installed?
A smuggling compartment depends on how good you want it to be. Like how convincing.
Okay, how about this? How about I get one that's bad and then one that's good? That way they find the bad one, like, okay, I got the holdout blaster you've got in this shitty compartment, but in the actual good compartment there's a better weapon. There's a better thing in there. And they don't find
I think
that.
that's
pretty
pretty
smart.
fucking smart. Yeah, I like that.
The decoy.
Mm-hmm. All that brain. You go with all that brain. What you gonna do with all that brain?
So yeah, like a not very good compartment and a good one.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay. For 2 smuggling compartments, that'll probably be like, I'd say 2,000 credits, 1,500 for the good one, and 500 for the bad one.
That's all my money.
Congratulations!
I can't buy my dead packs.
Alright, so while H1 is doing that and Ivy is doing other things,
Sorry, my monster started hissing at me.
Your what?
My monster.
Your monster?
My drink.
Oh,
Oh, alright. I was like, did TCL buy a pet or something? Does he have a snake? What the fuck?
No, he
I'm
just
glad it wasn't
actually
just me.
is a Tamagotchi.
His pet rock
Yeah.
is getting agitated.
Damn it, Clive! No.
Told you, Clive will do it when I'm ready.
Mm. This is how rock elementals are born.
So,
So, indeed.
party split for each one.
Alright.
Yep.
You know-
again.
I would like it if Stark would lead us to his contacty person. What do you want to get up to, Cal?
I'm worried about H1. A lone droid out in these worlds, she might get taken and scrapped.
I mean, she
If
shouldn't.
you
She's
want,
just
you
as much a
can-
guest, but
You can go and take care of H1. Lil and I should be fine by ourselves.
I pat Mr. Blasty, and I also pat my gun. Good and Tish.
Alright. You two can handle the meeting. I want to make sure that H1 is safe.
All right, much appreciated, Cal.
And Cal will start chasing after H1.
Alright.
And he'll stop and say, make sure to call me if anything happens. We'll be there as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll come back to the hotel when we're all done and stuff. You got money? Have fun.
Alright. We'll go over and hang out with H1.
Okay.
Remind me, Lil. You ever met Trent before?
No. No, I vaguely know them by reputation, though, which, if anything, probably would just annoy him more, considering he's an SIS boy. So let's just say I don't.
Alright, good plan. Well, he insists if I ever have to meet him, I use some winding and circuitous route that annoys the people who are inevitably following me into getting bored and giving up. I don't actually think it works, but
I'll watch our backs as we go. You just worry about leading us the right way, and I'll, adjust the scout armor I've got tooled up underneath my jacket, make sure it's all nice and comfy and ready for any possible throwdowns.
Sure, no problem. So, since you two are taking the way around, would one of you roll me a perception test, just to see things? You can take a +1 bonus from the other assisting you.
Sure, want me
I
to do
do
it?
believe you're better at it.
Yep. How does a 24 treat you?
Woohoo!
Where were you when I
Plus
needed
one-
geomancy?
Hold on. Was it a +1 die? or
+1 pip.
Oh, plus 1 bit. Then
So that
take
should be
the
a
take
21.
So 21, sorry.
Alright. That's a shame. But still, it's quite good. Alright.
Yeah.
Your circuitous route is made somewhat more circuitous as you avoid several gangs of uncouth-looking young aliens who loiter on the street sides, and while you might have the hotel's protection at the hotel, out here it's a little bit more spotty.
Yeah.
So, best to be careful and make your way. Now, where are you meeting your contact, Stark?
I don't know. Presumably we've got some sort of meeting place worked out.
Where would you like that to be? Some sort of restaurant, another gambling den, bordello, landing pad somewhere, the Republic Embassy?
You know, uh, I have opinions against it being the embassy, but other than that,
I can't imagine why.
Let me see. Yeah, a restaurant.
All right, yeah. A place that serves some nice Carillion food. It's probably 45 minutes away from the hotel on foot. It's a good trek, especially with the path you guys are taking. But you do eventually make it there. Now, while that's happening, H1 and Cal, I'd like you both to make the same roll, perception with a +1 bonus.
So, H1, how's your perception?
I can see.
Mine's 3, so I guess I'll make it.
Yeah.
+1.
Mm-hmm.
So a 12.
Alright, with a 12 indeed. Alright, the two of you aren't quite so fortunate in your dealings. It's maybe 30 minutes after you've left the rest of the party, you have found H1's smuggling compartment at a particularly untrustworthy looking Rhodian's corner stall where he's selling droid parts of all sorts, from weapons to armor upgrades to companionship modules of varying legality. But as you are leaving his shop, you hear a whistle from behind you, and you turn to see a group of perhaps a half-dozen individuals, all humans or humanoid aliens of some sort or another. They have rough and tumble-looking garb, leather jackets and bits of scrap metal attached to themselves. And you don't see any blasters, but they do have, knives and clubs, quite visible. And yeah, they start approaching you, and one of them, a male Twi'lek, says in his language, which I believe H1 probably speaks. You speak a bunch of languages, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he will say to you, H1, or rather, he says to Cal, but only H1 understands him, that's a nice-looking droid you have there. Would be a shame if something happened to it.
He said, that is a nice droid you have there. It would be a shame if anything happened to it.
That will make Cal raise an eyebrow, and he'll guess from the tone he's not friendly. And Cal will say, "Can you translate for me, H1?"
Of course.
Tell him it would be a shame, but what is his? Why does it interest him?
Well,
It would be a shame, but why does it interest you?
we provide protection from such unfortunate accidents. You might consider us risk specialists. We would like to offer you insurance against droid damage and perhaps even damage to your person.
Is he speaking Cal's language,
No.
or is H1 getting? Okay.
They want protection money.
They
wish to be bribed so that they do not damage me and potentially you.
Ask him his rates.
What are your rates?
Oh, for you, such a pretty droid. Just 100 credits to make all your problems go away.
How many credits do we have in general? What's our budget looking like? Is 100
You,
paltry?
you've been each. 100 is not paltry. You've each been given 2,000 spending money.
I spend all my money.
It's been spent now, though. Well, you still have 2,000 on hand there, DCL.
Right. Cal will kind of shrug and it'll be like, well, he'll think I have no idea on matters of money, so I'll just imitate what Lilash would do in this situation and say 100 is too much. We'll have to bargain for the price. How about 50, half of what he stated?
Yeah, one of you is welcome to make a perception bargaining roll. If Cal makes it, it'll probably be at like a higher difficulty number, because he's going through a translator who does not make anything he says sound convincing.
I have a 1D in all perception skill.
So what you're saying it's better that I just use my 3D. So
Sure.
yeah, let's make the bargaining roll.
Okay.
I foresee a lot of criminal dick punching in your future.
For you
That's
asking half rates, we'll say target number 15.
It was possible, theoretically.
It was very possible. But alas, the dice had other plans. And so he will just shake his head and say, No, it is a flat rate, a flat rate. It applies to everyone, no exceptions. And as he's saying this, he puts his thumb through his belt next to this big, nasty-looking knife.
Oh, that sounds like dick punch o'clock to me.
I
Wait.
suppose I will respond by taking a step back, and I will take one step back, and I will put a hand on my belt, which has a blasters in it.
Cal will raise his hand and go like, wait. We want no trouble. Ask the men what we can expect if we do pay the price.
What can we expect if we do pay the price? I would highly recommend that you do not cause any hostilities. We are already guests of the hut, and I would regret having to activate my combat protocols.
If you pay, then you have nothing to worry about in this neighborhood. It is as safe as can be, safe as the huts.
Cal will take out the credits from his pocket, and he'll walk over and place it in the hand of the guy.
Okay.
And he'll ask H1 to translate. Say that we are understanding people and that we want no trouble. We are happy to pay for protection to make sure that our goods are well taken care of.
I will take my hand off my gun and I will, as if I am following his orders, and will relay that message to them.
A good choice, a good choice. Well, take care, all of you. It is dangerous times these with Sith and Republic.
Dangerous times indeed. Wait, no, that probably didn't get translated.
And yeah, if you guys don't have any intention of backstabbing him, this guy will just close his hand around the chip and tuck it into his like long, tattered leather cloak, and then whirl a finger around and lead his boys off. And on that note, I'm going to go let this husky outside because she needs to. So, BRB.
I had a feeling this might happen.
It will likely not be the last time.
No, I'm not sure if I can afford to keep paying them all off either. But I have a feeling that it's best to stave off any violence so long as we want to stay on this planet. Forgive me for not fighting back. I just didn't want anything to happen to you. I've already lost one friend. I don't like the idea of losing another to needless violence.
I appreciate the thoughtfulness.
As
I
long
would
as
not like to be damaged.
As long as they don't cause us trouble, I'm happy to pay credits to ensure the safety of everybody. But we can't let them shake us down. We're going to need a way to stave off such people, one that won't get us any more undue attention.
We do not want to appear weak.
Yes, but
That
the
will
last time
only invite more more of them.
I flashed around my credentials, and it'll say patting the side of his belt. That got us in much more trouble than it was worth. Oh well, I suppose it'll be something we'll deal with. We should only be on this planet for a short amount of time. What's 100 credits?
100 pet credits would buy you a detonation pack.
That's fair. Speaking of which, don't worry about your allowance. I know you just spent a lot of money on the upgrades, but I'll make sure that anything else you need will be paid for.
Could we get some detonation packs?
We should get some detonation packs.
Thank you. I want to be prepared for when I have to use this new programming.
Of course, a lack of detonation packs was something that I don't want to run into again in case we have another Sith installment that we need to blow up. For some reason, I have a feeling that won't be the only one.
I used up all my grenades to do that. Having
I
actual
admit that
explosive
I'm-
charges would be good.
I admit that I'm glad you didn't try to make a demolitions roll back then, because none of you knew how to fucking demolate anything.
No, but now is a good time to start, and now would be a good planet to get them. Come
To
on,
be fair,
H1.
I only have 2D in it.
Let's go
But that's
find.
better than nothing.
Yeah, let's go find a place to buy you some demolition packs.
Yay. Explosive charges. Hooray.
Sorry about that.
It is
Uh,
okay.
Me and Cal decided to fuck off and go buy detonation packs.
Vernon,
You and
get some
Cal,
explosive
huh?
charges.
I mean, me and H1. Sorry, brain farted. Fuck you, we're going to demolition land.
Yay.
It's a cool place
Alright.
to be.
So I guess, yeah, it's not hard to find that here. You
Yep.
might not be able to bring it into the hotel, but then again, you have a smuggling compartment. You just need to install it.
Correct.
In the meantime, let's see. Stray, how do you want to handle your thing?
Well, I mean, there's not much to do other than scout out the meeting place and kind of go.
Well, I mean, do you want to play it out in voice or in text or whatever? Because, you know, it's very secret.
I mean, I guess we can do it in voice. Not too many people here are dirty OOC cucks.
Yeah.
The only thing worse than a cuck is an out-of-character cuck.
Just what I'm saying. You guys have fairly believed that I was a simple doctor until now, and don't change it just because of what's about to happen.
You were simple.
You're
enough
not
about-
here.
I mean, I've sort of believed you're, a Sith pure blood and therefore not to be completely trusted, but, that's not going to change either.
Aside from the mistrust because of my species.
You mean the racism.
Exactly.
Call it what it is.
It's not like the Sith have factually and systematically done bad things.
Yeah, it's not like that at all. I don't know why you would think that.
That's just utter racism.
Anyway. But yes, if you would like to make a perception check, you can take a +2 bonus from having some extra assistance with you.
Target number ?
Yeah, target number ? Okay. Not a bad deal. You spend some time scouting around the old foundry, but as you would expect from this being what it is, there's nobody outside, really. There's some vagrants and vagabonds on the street, but no one looks to be, like, staking the place out.
Okay.
Alright, so just proceed inward.
Well, I mean, I've looked around, checked for ambushes. I don't see anything, so yeah, I guess.
Alright.
I don't know I got 2 net ones.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's fine. Speaking of which, did you come up with a name for your friend?
Was it male or female? I don't remember.
You didn't specify.
Neither did I. This is just one of the things my character has. On certain worlds like this, I have a friend.
Yeah, and I'm asking you to name and describe them.
Okay then.
Hello,
Just don't look at my screen while I go for a Star Wars name generator. Shh. You see nothing.
Nothing.
Alright. Here we go. He is one fat guy.
Alright,
Really should have laid off the chicken nuggies.
Jeez.
I mean, his name is Peg Cat, so obviously it's just saving.
Alright, yeah, this character is me now.
Well, that's just me now.
No, it's fine. Now I can just play myself. It'll be great. And no one will ever know when I'm talking in character or not.
I'll be the best.
Hello, Husky. Everyone say hi
Are
to
you in
Tasha.
character?
She decided to come up in my lap.
Are you in
Bark, bark,
character
bark,
right now?
Hello, precious puppy. It's not Tasha o'clock, though. You need to go away.
You're right. I can't tell if he's in character or not.
No, get off me. Alright. So, you enter the foundry. You step inside through the huge metal doors facing the street. They open with a thunderous creak. Jesus Christ, dog, get off me. And
Ree!
yeah, she is reeing really hard. And inside, you can see the expanse of what might have been a droid manufactorum at one point. There are several conveyor belts and large presses where bits and pieces of the droids were fabricated together before being actually assembled. And there's no light inside except for you can see what might be a supervisor's office or some such on the 3rd floor. It's the only place that seems to have any illumination going on inside. The rest of the factory is powerless and dead.
Alright.
Alright, so you proceed to the meeting point. This distant, isolated office. And you find the door open, but just by an inch or two. And inside you can see a quite heavy-set human male with a head of shaggy hair and a long, unkempt beard. He looks like he's been living rough lately. And sitting at his side is a very large canid-like creature that is curled up in a cat-like ball on the ground, its tail covering most of its face, but Even so, you can see large fangs protruding from its maw.
Is it a cat hound? Is
It-
it a cat hound that
it
is
might
red
be a
and named
cat hound.
Tasha?
No, it's named Sasha.
Yeah,
Sasha? Okay.
yeah, it's
Clearly.
Sasha. I mean, come on. So yeah, he hears you and your companions approaching. Dog, get off me, or I'm putting you in a muzzle.
Is that what he says?
Actually, yes. Like you're approaching, and he's just looking down at this massive animal that's just like chewing on one of his pant legs. And he looks up and says, "Ah, there you are. Come in, please."
Brygon! It's been a minute. How you been?
I'm good, Ivy. I'm happy to see you and your large friends there.
Well, I mean, you did invite me to the basement of an abandoned building on a crime planet, Brygon. What did you expect?
A little trust, honestly. Ow! Damn it, Sasha!
It's
Stop.
so much more in character now.
He
Oh.
like reaches down and just kicks the great big calf hound off his boot. Damn thing's insatiable.
Oh, Brygon, you know what business we're in. Trust is such a strong word.
Of course, but we've known each other a while, and well, he looks sort of nervously between your large Wookiee companion and the armored human at your back, and says, "I just wasn't expecting this, but it's fine. It's fine."
If I didn't trust you, I would have shot you down in the street.
Bah. Well, why don't you have a seat, and he'll use his free boot to push a chair out on the other side of the desk.
Well, I trust at least if it's rigged with explosives, you at least had the sense to make it a shape charge.
Right up your ass.
Exactly. I'll sit down.
All right. And as you sit down, would you kindly make a perception check? No bonuses. Target number
Sure.
is gonna be 10. Hello, Tasha. Hello, baby. Get off me, though, please. Please
Quickly,
stop
while the
chewing
mob
on me.
boss is distracted by his dog, make the check.
All right, hey, you did it. Good job. I'm proud of you. So as you've sat down and your contact is trying to disentangle himself from his pet calf hound, you swear you hear something creaking in the distance. Maybe it's just your imagination, or maybe the wind, but it sounded like metal grating against metal.
I'm gonna flick my eyes to the Wookiee and kind of, jerk my head in that direction.
All right, yeah, I'll give a grunt and then stomp off. And when he leaves, Bragan actually looks more nervous. Starts tugging at his high collar of his coat and shifts around a bit uncomfortably before saying, "Right, well, you asked me here to answer some questions, yeah?"
Yes, specifically the reason why. Well, I mean, after so many years of service, I kind of figured that when this happened, if it happened, I'd end up dead, not exiled.
Exiled's such a strong word. I mean, really, you could have come back any time if you wanted to. It's just probably wouldn't have been the best idea. Uh, it's look, there's you know our business is complicated. It's always a matter not just of who you make as your enemies, but who your friends are, right? And sometimes not having enough friends can get you killed, but sometimes having just one friend in a high place can make sure you don't just get shot in the back in an alleyway. Like we're friends.
Oh, we are. My question was, hmm. Well, I'm so far from the seat, and after so many loyal years of service, why, I even played the game quite well. I didn't even try to backstab anyone above my position. So how is it I've gone so far? Was it was it my sister? Did she get involved on something on Korriban?
Let's not talk about your sister. She's uh it's just your family's, a certain kind of protection, but enough to keep a former professional like you out of trouble a little bit. But I gotta ask if you're interested in these answered questions of yours. Why are you hanging out on a Republic spies ship?
Oh, I've been quite having a lot of fun. And last I checked, that particular Sith wasn't in the good graces of the Council.
Yeah, but you gotta know how it looks. You on a Republic spy ship helping them.
Oh, we're just having a little tease. Part of the great game. I honestly thought you knew how it worked.
I do know how it works when something like this happens without anybody's authorization. It starts looking a lot like treason.
Oh, how can I have any authorization when I am exiled from the community?
Well, then maybe you should have just kept your nose down, 'cause otherwise things like this happen. And as he says that, you hear a muffled grunt from nearby, and then a big boom, a big heavy weight dropping onto the catwalk outside the office.
Saban, are you gonna make me shoot you? I don't want to shoot Star Wars, Saban.
The real question is, will you shoot Star Wars Tasha? Because
Oh, so that's why you did this.
the big Cath Hound is getting up from its curled up position with its huge mauve fangs out, and you hear boot steps approaching from behind you and from behind your friend Brigan there. Armored boot falls. Thump, thump, thump,
Well,
thump.
I do believe this is the part where I leave. I am very sorry our friendship had to end like this. Please keep your dog down. I'd hate for my hired gun to shoot her in the face.
Yeah, well, wasn't my choice, Ivy. Believe me.
Oh,
And I
it's
think
totally fine. We're out.
at this point, we're just gonna bring some people up in the turn order here, cause I think some conflict might be approaching.
Oh no.
And Ivy's all alone as a non-combat character.
Well, I mean, the good news
She
is,
had a Wookiee and an armored bounty hunter, right?
well, she had a Wookiee.
Yeah, I had a Wookiee and
Now you have a
cheap
bounty hunter.
Mando. Yeah, I have a cheap Mando basically. What's it called? Discount Mando.
Yeah, discount Mandalorian.
A
Just
no-name
basically like
brand.
having a Mandalorian. I mean, nobody knows the difference, so clearly they won't want to fuck with that guy.
Also, it totally wasn't my fault, aside from the fact I can't roll dice. This could have gone great.
But it didn't.
Let me find some tokens here. Don't worry about a thing. Everything's fine. Everything is going perfectly according to your friend's plan.
Oh yeah, saying
Are
it
you
seems
trying to
awesome.
tell me that everything is Daijobu?
Yeah, everything is Daijobu, man. It's fine. Okay, so this guy will be your bodyguard. This guy will be what's his name? Yeah, Peg Cat. All right. That's a name right there.
It is a name that exists.
It is that dude's name, indeed.
It is a name
Although,
and a designation.
we can't actually see his name. So
So which one is
That's
Ivy's friend? I mean, which one is
The
Ivy's
creepy
the
hoodie.
hood?
The hood is her companion.
There you go. So let's pull up some stat blocks here. Ivy, your perception is correct on the board, I hope?
My perception is 2D plus 2, bro.
Okay.
I think you might be looking at Ash.
I mean, hey, that's what somebody put on the board for you. Don't blame me.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do shit.
Exactly.
Exactamundo. Alright, this guy can be the amateur bounty hunter. Stat block. And, you know, just Sith troopers. I mean, they're just not really a particularly big threat. I wouldn't worry about it.
Seems like it's going fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. So we're gonna sort ascending. So, Ivy, would you kindly tell us your actions?
shouldn't
this.
Ivy
So-
be after the 2 Sith troopers?
Yes, that is correct, because this thing can't order with pluses and minuses. Okay, so yeah, the Sith troopers, there's a, oops. Let me open up that stat block again. That was the intelligence operative. There we go. So the Sith troopers are going to move in segment 1, both of them. And then in segment 2, they are going... One of them is going to use an item, and the other is going to make a melee attack to knock you out.
All according to Kakaku.
Yeah. So indeed, at this point, you can see Imperial soldiers stepping out of the shadows into the office. There's fewer of them than you might have expected. Perhaps your Wookiee thinned the herd a bit, but it's still enough to make you and your bodyguard both quite nervous. And yeah, what would you like to do, Ivy?
Well, first I'm going to tell my bodyguard not to kill Peg Cat and the dog,
Oh, that's
and
right.
also to close his eyes.
Okay.
So you remember my totally normal blaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a totally normal blaster with it has different modes on it.
With
as
a
we
rail
discussed
gun.
No. No, it's not broken. It just has different modes, including a pretty powerful flashbang. So, I am going to lean down to my weapon and say, flash round, and then pull the trigger and aim it at the ceiling.
Okay. So that is going to be a, I guess, use an item action on your part for segment 1.
Basically, I have a watered down version of the gun from, what's it called? Republic Commando Mercendi.
Mm.
It can do sniper mode, and it can do, like, a rifle mode, but it can't do, like, I don't want you to be around anymore grenade mode.
That would be a little broken.
Yeah.
All right, so you have your flashbang round loaded up. What would you like to do in segment 2?
Oh, what does Bender always say? Oh yeah, cheese it.
All right, so you want to move. And yeah, would you like to make that a dash in segment 3?
Oh yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Okay. So your bodyguard is going to move and then take a shot.
I also did tell him to close his eyes when I fired.
He
So
did. So he'll get a bonus, but I don't know if he was necessarily expecting any of this to happen. So the chance he'll fuck it up. And Peg Cat. Good old Peg Cat. Well, the good news is he had a ready to action, so that's going to go off before any of this happens. So actually,
even when I told the bodyguard not to shoot him. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
yeah. So he had a ready to action to shoot, and
Who do we lose? DCL.
Sorry, accidentally clicked off.
happens. Alright. So he's going to shoot. Then in segment 2, Kitty is going to try and rip your legs off. And then he's going to run into cover. So let's resolve the shoot action first. You are this stat block. So this is going to be Blaster. He is at a -1 action penalty, so he has 4D to go with. Modifiers nil. Target number is. Would you like to dodge Ivy?
Yeah, that seems like a thing I should do.
Yeah, because at this range, he has a target number 5 to hit you.
Mm. Alright, dodge, do. So, what am I rolling against?
You are just rolling to set his target number, so no target number of your own.
But she's got like a -2 die penalty, right?
Ah, yes. Yeah, you have 3 actions, so you are at a -2 die penalty.
Garbage.
Gerbage, yes.
So, die rolled. Modifier -2. And target number is.
Stray. No.
Uh,
The modifier section is flat numbers. You have to actually adjust your actual die roll number.
Oh. Okay.
Otherwise, I would have
So
added way too many
minus-
queries.
Okay. So.
And remember not to type the D in there, so it's just X.
So I have -2 to my die rolled, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what's your dodge skill normally?
4D.
So put in 2 is the...
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Alright, and then after that it's
And
just...
no mods. And target number what?
You're setting the target number with this roll, so...
Oh right.
Nothing.
So
It's a marked improvement if it's over 5.
Yeah. Which, theoretically... Yeah.
Oh,
see,
God.
I'm sure this will be fine. Okay, he hits.
It was not fine.
So-
So who do you want to play as next, Ray?
God.
God damn it.
So yeah, there's this like Han Solo moment where the camera pans down to under the table where as you're like pulling out your gun to do the flashbang, he's already got his gun like pressed just like a hair's breadth from your crotch and just like shoots upwards towards your belly. Boom. But the good news is it's just a little tiny pistol, so. Would you kindly roll your strength against target number 8?
Saban actually didn't roll hot fire for player killing.
I mean, you're getting stunned by this, so
The night is young.
yeah.
I mean, but you're not getting attacked anymore, are you?
Yes, she
No.
is.
I mean, at this point, it's just going to be the bodyguard getting ganked.
Yeah, it's fine. See? Fine.
All right. So yeah, you are stunned. So let's put a little, icon on you, and then all of your actions go away.
But she made her target number.
She did. That's why she didn't get injured.
Oh.
If you get hit at all, you get stunned, and then if you fail, if you roll less, or if you roll more than the damage, you get stunned. If you roll less than the damage, you get progressively worse injured, depending on how bad your roll is. So in this case, because Ivy rolled decent for strength, and this guy's gun is not very good, I guess, Ivy just like gets hit in the vest and staggers. The bodyguard is going to try and shoot Pegcat. Yeah, he's going to run for the door and then try and shoot Pegcat next segment. If he doesn't get murdered by Pegcat's kitty. So this is going to be a bite roll. It has 3D. No modifiers. Target number? Question mark. Can random bounty hunter dodge? He's actually pretty good at it, so he'll just roll 46. And he dodges, no problemo. Now a bunch of Sith troopers bust in the door. Your bounty hunter friend is going to take a shot. Blaster. Now this is at a minus 1d penalty still. So, 5. No modifiers. Target number is going to be 10. Boom. He hits Pegcat. Pegcat would sure like to dodge that. So, what's your dodge, friend? 1, 2, so this will be at a minus 2 penalty. So 3d6. Can he do it? Nope. He does not dodge. He gets shot. What's he get shot for? 22, Jesus.
And then Pegcat dies.
Or sorry, it's less than that. This is only a normal blaster. Or no, this guy was heavily armed.
17.
No, it'll be the 22. That's fine. This guy was specifically bought to be like tougher than normal.
And then Pegcat dies of a
What?
shot.
I spent a lot of money on this, guys.
Yeah, like that's how it is. So this is gonna be an armor roll. 2D. He has no armor, so just strength
then-
plus 1. Target
and then
number is
Peg-
22. All right,
then Pegcat was in-
dies.
Okay, so in my defense, I didn't kill Saban. Saban killed
Saving
Saban.
killed Saving.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, we all know it.
So Pegcat, yeah, he just like he shoots you. You stumble back. Your guard runs for it, turns around, blows a hole through Pegcat's chest. Your contact just falls face first onto the table, and then his cat goes fucking ballistic.
Oh no, not the cat hound.
Yeah, the cat hound is not happy. So yeah, the cat hound lunges after the bodyguard, just forgets all about you. And then the Sith troopers, one of them is going to grab your hands and try and put you in restraints. And the other guy is going to try and just beat you over the head. So, let's see. I think, yeah, these guys have the same. Brawling, parry, brawling. Okay, so yeah, it'll be the normal soldier who's making a beat roll on you. Brawling, 3D, modifier 0, target number. Does anyone remember the target number for punching somebody in the head off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, but give me 2 sacks.
You know it, baby.
I will give you all the sex you want. In the meantime, target number, difficulty, here we go.
see, melee weapon. Hands target number 5. Club
Excellent.
target number 5.
Excellent. Okay, so target number 5, not 510. Boop. Alright, yeah, this little grunt rolled really well. So he
Of course
does...
he fucking did.
Would you like to roll another armor roll, Ivy? You only have to
Just-
resist an 8 again. And you don't suffer any action penalty or anything, so it's your full strength.
Good luck, homie.
Do I have a negative to my armor now?
Nope.
Okay, so it's 4D.
If you have a bunch of strength, yeah.
Oh, this is strength roll, you say?
Yes, this is a strength roll. In your case, because your strength is 3D and you have a protective vest, which I believe is a +1.
I have no idea.
Alright, so yeah, 3D +1. Alright, no problem. You don't get injured any less. Or any more.
And stun doesn't stack right.
Correct.
No.
But
Alright,
the question is, would you like to resist the restraints being placed on you?
Yeah.
Can't she when she's stunned?
Yeah, you'll be at a penalty. I'll put you at -1 die. Or actually, you had a action penalty, so it was to... I think you're at -3D right now. So this will be a strength or
Fine.
dexterity check versus the Imperial Soldier, who will be making a strength check. So this is a straight up versus roll. Modifiers. This guy has a couple of tunes helping him.
My modifier is like -3. God damn it.
What? -3? Oh, you mean the dice rolled or the modifier penalty?
Yeah, the modifier is for flat numbers. You have a -3D penalty for actions.
Yeah, so it's a 1D, right?
Yeah, so you have
Yeah.
1D to roll.
Which is literally impossible.
So yeah, you get shot in the gut, then you get beat over the head with a blaster, and then a Sith Trooper manacles you and just shoves you face down on the ground. And I think that's where we cut to black on Ivy. As she gets shoved onto the ground, and Pegcat's smoldering corpse rots there, and her bodyguard gets chased through this facility by a incredibly mad calf hound. And yeah, so we'll switch back to the rest of the party. Specifically, Stark and Lesh,
Yeah. Oh boy.
who are totally not stepping into the exact same scenario on the Republic side at all. I wouldn't know why you'd think that. So, ...
Look, if the Republic betray us, we're going dark side. Deal. Fuck this gay Earth. We'll blow it all up.
Jesus Christ.
go join that Sith Lord lady and build the new
sorry.
mass shadow generator.
Would you like a new apprentice? I don't know. I know that you're down one, and technically we killed the last. I think that's like, I basically filled out my application form with his blood. Here's this lightsaber. Hook
Worst
me
part
up.
is, you're not even wrong.
Yes, exactly. I'll do the job instead. It's great. I've got that dark side option well and truly open.
So, we cut to Lalesh and Stark approaching the outside of this Corellian restaurant. A number of holographic signs are dancing around the place. And you can hear the traditional dun 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 playing from inside. And as you enter, you can see the place is absolutely packed with all manner of people. Mostly aliens at a glance, but there's a goodly number of humans as well. And it's kind of hard to really see where your contact was, except for there's just one dude sitting in like a booth at the back with like a big heavy dark coat and a big hood up over his head, and he looks like he's waiting for something. So, do you both approach, or would you like to
Oh, come
do
on, he
something
looks
else?
like such a narc, Stark.
Yeah. That's not actually gonna be him.
I hope not.
That's the thing.
I really hope not. Yeah, alright, so who's watching this guy? If there is someone else I want to try and beat them at their game, that'd be a peeper's roll.
Yeah. You can take a
Uh,
+1 from Stark.
Dope.
+1 modifier, mind you.
Yep. Alright, so where's the real guy?
Alright, so that guy's sitting there, and if you imagine he's in the far back corner of this place, sort of looking in your direction, you can see kitty corner to him, like halfway up the restaurant, is a fellow in this like ostentatious gold and white garb. He's got a like giant afro sitting on top of his head and a pair of blasters slung on his hip, and he is looking at that guy, occasionally just slipping glances for like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't trust him, before returning to talking to a couple of Twilight girls.
I'm gonna give Stark a gentle elbow and head us towards our mystery mohawk. Pretty sure that guy's the real one.
Yep. That's the right hair.
Really?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, alright, fair. Yeah, I guess we'll go up and approach. I'll be pulling out the casual death stick so that I can offer him a smoke as we arrive. Totally cash.
Yeah, totally casual. Fly casual.
Yep.
So you approach, and the fellow, as you near him, turns to you with a big smile, and then waves the two Twilight girls off with a almost flamboyant, "Excuse me, ladies." And he turns to you with a smile that I think Little S just immediately recognizes as just a complete fake to maintain this guise of his. He will extend to you a hand and say, "I don't believe we've met. I'm a friend of Starrick's."
Yeah. Can't say that we have. And I will, I'll slap a hand into his. Nice and casual.
Alright, yeah. he gives you a
Marcus?
strong.
This is Lil. Lil, this is Marcus.
A pleasure to meet you, Marcus.
And a pleasure to meet such a competent young woman. A rare find these days, Stark. It'll be good to hang on to her. I've heard about your incident on Lorien. Perhaps we should move to the back room where it's a bit more private.
I don't know. I've got myself in the right mood for a shark burger.
Oh, you don't trust me still? Well, that's fair, I guess. He'll sort of slide into the booth again, and he'll wave you two in.
I'm happy to have a delicious shark burger.
Now then, tell me everything in a nice, quiet whisper. What the hell happened out there?
Well, you remember Ash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She and I picked up some other folks, Lil here, and another young Kythreet, along with their droid.
You know, mixed crew of scoundrels, us.
So, like, your sister or something?
Cathar. Shit. Cathar, not Kythreet.
I didn't even notice.
I did, but I didn't want to spoil your steam. I was intending to rib you about it afterwards, because I was going to insist that surely Peg Cat is the Kythreet around here.
I'm sorry. It's,
That's how it is.
no. That young kid, he's got his heart in the right place, but not his head on straight. We got some attention from proper black robes, you know.
I see. And, where is Ash, anyway? Right, understood.
Yeah.
That's a real shame. Good woman, that.
Yeah. She was real good woman, but
Well, look, I don't know if, you feel you owe her anything, but... And, Trant will reach into his jacket and pull out a holodisc, and he, very casually, like, twirls it across the table to you. Before she went, she asked me to look into something for her. It was not a particularly intensive task, so I've thought, as a part of your compensation for a job well done, well, you can read what's on the disc and decide what you want to do with it.
Finally, all that black male pornography can be recovered from the interwebs.
Ah, yes, of course. We found Ash's sex tape, everybody. It's all gonna be okay now.
I appreciate that, Marcus.
Now, about Lorien.
Yeah.
Let's start with you delivering a whole lot of, what was it, food I gave you, and somehow it ends up with hundreds of ships being damaged or destroyed.
Yeah, so, like I told you, we got Black Robe's attention. And, well, apparently, one of their apprentices decided to come and take a personal look, and Force was on our side. We lived, he didn't.
Well, I'll drink
So
to that.
that meant, yeah. But that meant his boss, his master, was like taking a real long look for us, and the thing in the base you wanted us to probe, she turned it on.
Right. Tell me about this device. Some sort of Sith superweapon, I take it.
Sorta. It wasn't precise enough to be a real weapon, but massive area denial potential. Any ship going on more than RCS, like even basic impulse, the graviton waves just crushing it. Tore some straight out of hyperspace. We saw them appear, blasted into pieces.
Tearing ships out of hyperspace.
Yep.
Now that is dangerous. Just plop that on a hyperspace lane and watch hundreds of thousands of people lose their lives in the blink of an eye.
Yep.
Well, from what I hear, they had a bit of an accident at their base. I take it that was your doing.
Well, if, a pack of thermal detonators falling into their main reactor is an accident, then I guess that's related.
Of course, of course. Of course, the Sith simply said that a minor astrological base had a significant reactor malfunction. Nothing important was lost, I'm sure. At least that's their official story.
It malfunctioned itself right into another dimension, I think. Look at that thing to hell.
Good riddance. A shame you couldn't find the data on that thing. Being able to find a countermeasure would have been nice.
If it's any consolation, it was powered by kyber crystals. I'm sure there's something your nerds could use that knowledge for.
Kyber crystals.
Yep.
Well, those are the things that power those Jedi lightsabers, aren't they?
That's right.
I could see them being used for a giant death laser, but I'll think on that a moment. Strange. Well, I'll make sure that information goes to the right places.
I figured the brown robes would, I don't know, maybe something.
I'll leave that up to the people more qualified than I am.
All too fair.
And so at that, Trent sort of leans back and takes a long drink as your shark burgers arrive. Little like waitress bottles, slide them onto the table and wiggle away.
Yep.
And as she leaves, Trent will say, "Well, that makes things a lot more complicated on the border regions, but well, at least we destroyed their test device. I hope whoever was responsible for this nightmare went along with the base. But we can't be that lucky, can we?"
I mean, I dropped a good chunk of roof on the Sith Lord in charge.
Damn nice.
Yeah, and she was next to the explosion. Oh, and then I'm fairly sure that she's the one who climbed into the spaceship that opened fire on us. You know, the one that was impossibly good compared to all the other chumps you blew out the sky. And then you shot her in that, I think. And she crashed, and maybe she died then? That would be nice.
If it was actually her in there, then I wouldn't put real creds on her being dead, but might be out of the picture for a while, at least.
Trent will nod his head and say, And the base's scientists?
Unfortunately, in order to get access to the device, we had to set off a fire alarm. Had all of the scientists and all of the soldiers out at once. We didn't know who was or wasn't important enough to hit.
That's a shame, but at least And if the base is destroyed, maybe most of their data was too.
It
If
would be
anything,
nice.
that should set them back a year or two, I hope.
Yes.
Hey. You knew about that place, Marcus. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you can find out who to send some proper wet workers to deal with.
I'm sure I can shorten their lists a bit, but as for you, well, good job and all that. It's a damn hard situation you found yourself in, and I'm sorry for the loss of your crewmen. But she died for the greater good, so can't imagine a nobler death than that.
It's all the same. I prefer no death.
All have to die sometime, sweetie. It's up to
Oh,
us to
sure.
decide how it happens. Or else Mother Nature will decide for us.
Can't say I wouldn't mind, just going the way of being an old cat, Marcus. As incredibly unlikely as such a thing would be.
Yeah, wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, most, yeah.
But with this empire threatening our borders, I'm sure even you can understand. There ain't many safe ways to die anymore. World's getting
Even
more...
me.
Even you. Not a soldier, I can see that, but surely you must see the evil the Sith Empire poses upon the galaxy.
I mean, I see the evil war imposes on the galaxy. Never really much matched about, how it goes about it, but I know which side I would rather were taking the galactic reign, so to speak.
Well, good enough for me.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Not everyone has to be a bleeding heart patriot. Though,
I hope not. You gotta be inventive, and sometimes those with, the straight-laced, straight mind, not very good out-of-the-box thinkers.
Are there any real patriots left?
well, we're a dying breed, Stark, but the Sith didn't beat that all out of us. Not yet. Not if we can do anything to stop it. And so yeah, Trant will finish his drink and set it aside and says, well then, I better start making sure this information gets to the right people. Good job, Stark.
Hold up, Marcus.
Alright, so he's like leaning out of the booth now, but he'll stop.
Like you said, what Ash asked for, that's part of our compensation. When do we get the rest?
What happened to the true patriots? There'll be a stack of casino credits waiting for you in your room. Compliments of an old third cousin of yours who just so happens to live here on Nar Shaddaa. Sure you'll find it to your liking.
Cousin Frankie.
I'll give a side glance at Lilash.
Yeah, I'll lean over. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the original job was simply some probes. I'm pretty sure it didn't involve blowing up Sith, destroying a super weapon, and getting out in one piece. Now, compensation for a scouting job, that's one thing. I mean, those probes went up before everything went to shit. But come on now. I'm sure you're aware of the concept of danger pay, my dear.
Alright, would you kindly make a bargain roll, please?
I'd love to.
I'm sure you'll get something extra out of him. It's just a question of what.
Am I able to, provide the +1 from assessing?
18 then.
So let's give him a roll to sort of keep his cool.
If you're quite done rolling well, though, that'd be sweet.
Nope, you beat him. Easy peasy.
Easy, my ass. It was only by 3, but it was something.
I mean, it's enough.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, after a moment's consideration, he'll sigh and say, "You're not wrong, and the Republic pays its friends. They like to keep 'em friends, unlike the Sith, who would stab them in the back. So
Almost
sure,
certainly.
I'll have something extra special delivered to your rooms at the hotel. Your cousin's quite generous these days, Stark. I ought to give him a visit once in a while." And yeah, Trant will just laugh and pull himself up out of the booth and head toward the door.
Glance sidelong at Stark. Nice guy.
Uh,
I'll be right back.
that went a lot better than I thought.
I mean, it's kind of nice not getting immediately stabbed in the back. I mean, I find that like a, pretty appreciable situation. And hey, free burger. I'll munch down the last of it.
Marcus, he knows how to keep an asset running.
It's true. Hopefully he's aware that us as an entire group are, basically more valuable. And the fact that we can pull off something like, well, I was about to say the fact that we can pull off something so high profile as that would be good news, but honestly, that's probably bad news. Because if they expect us to do that shit, for real with planning, I mean, it'd probably go better, but fuck, that's not easy stuff. I foresee your friends introducing us with an awful lot more challenge than before. Except that your uncle stays affluent.
Third cousin. But yeah, it's unfortunate reality of actually being good at our jobs.
The reward for good work is more work.
Yep. I would never make it in middle management.
So, Lesh and Stark, are you gonna head back to the hotel?
Yeah, and then probably get started on some gambling. Let's find out what this reward is first.
Alright.
After, we
The
finish
circuitous
burgers.
route. And yeah, burgers.
Yes.
I've already made mine disappear and ordered a second one.
Delicious burgers. Truly the greatest reward for a job well done. And so, yeah, I think we see...
Don't you fucking dare. Okay.
We see Cal and H1 already back at the hotel, maybe checking out your rooms, when Lesh and Stark exit the turbo lift and start heading towards your rooms, but outside you see a man. You've never seen him before, but he's wearing what looks like pretty heavy combat armor, and he's got a big hooded cloak up, and he seems to be bleeding. Like on his legs and one of his armor's been crunched by some massive force and is streaked with blood.
Alright. Where's he stood?
He
Like
is standing
exactly?
outside your door. It doesn't look like he's knocked or anything else. Cal and H1, assuming they're back, would have answered, but
Yes.
he's just loitering.
Okay, sure. I glance sidelong at Starrick and go, if this is your contact's idea of a gift from your cousin, he can go fuck himself forever.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh.
What?
Sorry, was this something me and
Yes.
Lilish saw? I thought.
Yes, yeah, we've come up a
I-
turbo lift
I-
and he stood outside our door, effectively, and it's a bloodied, crunch armored man. And I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck is this for payment?
Just leaning up
Okay,
against the door
I'm-
frame,
I'm-
just like panting and dying.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, I thought this was a Cal and H1 thing.
No,
I mean,
it's
He
going to
hasn't
be both of
knocked,
you pretty
so
soon.
it's going to be both of them in a moment.
I mean, unfortunately, me and H1 were too busy discussing the values and effectiveness of certain charges over others in certain situations. It's very enrapturing conversation.
She's very proud of her new manual.
Cal is helping me study demolition. He's asking
Oh,
me
easy
questions.
pop quiz.
He's pop quizzing me. That's it.
Nice.
Pop quiz.
This is not the normal sort of thing he does. Even when he's trying to make a point, it's at least a little subtle, not bleedy, man.
Fair enough. I'm gonna turn my blaster from stun to kill instead because I figure stun ain't gonna do fucking shit to someone that armored, and then casually approach.
Alright. You get near, and the guy sort of jumps a little bit, and you probably like twitch your blaster a little bit, but he puts his hands up. It's like, hold on. I'm a friend. Ah, God, my arm. He will
Yeah,
like
alright.
double over in pain.
Come
H1.
inside. Yeah. Guide him into, I guess, Starrick's room, where that means where Cal and H1 would probably be right now, unless they're in mine and H1's room. It could be either.
Alright, so yeah, you,
You know,
head
shall we
outside.
just be slightly meta and say we go into
The one
whichever
that
room
they're
the
in.
others are
Yeah,
in?
that's
Yes.
Oh, Flylash, Starrick, and our
Yeah, you guys didn't notice our new friend, Mr. Bleedy Man?
did somebody
No.
try to attack you?
Not us. Is Ivy here?
No, we
No.
haven't seen Ivy.
Oh, shit. This is
That's-
generally her specialty.
That's what I'm here for. Your friend paid good, so I figured at least I could do was just tell her friends what happened.
Alright, mate.
Plus, they
Sit down.
fucking killed my Wookiee.
H1,
Killed your
you
Wookiee. Can't.
still got med supplies. I'm still not that great at this, but
He said something about a Wookiee being killed.
Fuck
Is
man,
Ivy
anything for
alive?
the pain.
Cal will get up.
I'll
I have a med
try. I'll try to throw medical shit at him to make him more coherent and less hurty.
Alright, yeah. Just make a medicine check and let's make sure all that goes well. Let's say target 10.
Good old morphine check.
111.
Is anyone able to assist? Yeah.
Do you need a skill to do it?
I
Oh, it
think
does
for
assist
this, yes, you would need a you need to
With my
actually have the
1d
skill.
plus 1 of technical, I'm gonna say, no, I'm worse. I would be the opposite of helpful.
Probably.
I have a med kit, but that is all I have. I do not have the skills for it.
I think medkits just enable it to be done more than help.
Yeah.
Alright, so rolling just flat 2d against target number 10.
Mhm.
Or do I want to spend a force point? You know what? I feel like I may need a force point to help Ivy.
Yeah.
Hey!
Roll good instead, like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yay!
All you had to do was roll good.
That's all you gotta do. So yeah, it's a bit of a search, but you eventually find some painkillers and give them a shot. And after a couple of minutes, your new friend is slowly starting to lose the shakes and is able to breathe a little bit more calmly, even though he's still got like bits of armor crushed into his skin. He says, "Okay, okay, your friend, the redskin, she." Oh god, that was really racist out of character. Fuck.
Dude,
Forgot that was an actual slur. Jesus.
we're called native Shaddarians, thank you.
I mean, to be fair, Ivy is just
Literally
incredibly red.
She's so
Literally red.
so
Here you-
sunburned.
Your red friend has hired me and my Wookiee to watch your back, going to meet some shady fucker down in the Forge district. There were Sith waiting for her. A lot of them too, whole squad's worth. She tried to fight her way out, but Wookiee died, and then she got stunned. I shot the bastard she was trying to meet, but he had this big fucking dog thing. Chased after me for almost an hour.
What the fuck? Okay. So, RIV took you along for a job. You and a Wookiee. I'm sorry to hear about your companion. And they've captured. Do you know what they've done with her?
I thought she was going to go
I
gambling.
saw a Sith grav tank outside one of those armored carrier deals. I don't know where they would have dragged her off to, though.
I see.
Fucking-tastic.
So the Sith were involved in this planet. Well then,
I mean, everyone's involved on this planet. The Republic's involved on this planet too, but I suspect Ivy was into something.
can you show us where exactly this all happened? We're going to need to start our investigation to find our friend.
Yeah, sure. I got the address here. He will
Thanks. Appreciate it.
take out his comm link and show you guys.
Yeah. Sure, I'll take a record of it. Might make a streetwise check in regards to its location.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
I actually have streetwise trained. I'll try to help.
Great, see.
Yeah, +1 modifier.
16.
16. Good enough. The address is in the middle of the Forge District, a fairly large section of immense high-rises that is given over to factories and various installations wherein droids, cars, weapons, anything could be made. The specific building, a quick internet search will reveal, is a droid foundry, specifically. It
Okay.
appears to be quite abandoned. Its lease has been expired for like 3 years.
I hope the
Of
two of
course,
you
the
finished
perfect
your
location.
I hope the two of you finished your business, because it looks like we're going to need to make another speedy getaway from this planet.
No speedy getaways. We can just get her and it'll be fine.
We're dealing with the Sith again.
Well, of course we are, but we're on Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, and apparently Ivy's gone somewhere where the hut's protection doesn't quite reach. So
And not only that, though, who's to say we're taking her back with us? Because apparently she went off for a fucking clandestine meeting and got abducted by the Imperials.
We did say
You
we
tell me.
you know what? Hey, Bilash. If we had been a little less awkward about our route, could have very well happened to us.
I suppose.
Well,
Don't just assume as well that she's 100% the damsel, okay? I'm annoyed that she would, like, not actually just ask us for a fucking hand. You know, like you asked me. Easy. You knew I was good at some of this stuff. Likewise, probably could have helped her with whatever the fuck that she just got herself into.
there's two sides to the situation. One, we did say that she was part of our group. So it only makes sense that we value our word and try to protect her. Two,
No, I mean, still intend to go fucking get her. Just,
even
you
if
know,
we,
shouldn't be a bitch.
even if she isn't our friend, she has valuable information on us, our ship, and what we've been up to. We can't let such information fall into the Empire's hands. Not when they already have a reason to be hunting us.
Kid's right.
Yeah, sure.
We got to bust her, even if we don't have her stick with us after this.
If anything, we at least have to silence her if she's betrayed us.
No,
Let's not go to assassination, kid. Let's just not.
Of course. I assume she hasn't. I'm simply pointing out that the possibility exists. However, I think it's a slight one. There's something about her that makes me trust her.
Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate having another scoundrel around, so I'm gonna be really disappointed if it was a fucking double cross.
Either way, we should get moving. Let's go to the
No.
foundry.
No. Come on. We don't have anything to go on except where she went and who she talked to.
Of course. That's why we're going to investigate, isn't it?
I'm just gonna point at the mark. Eyewitness, Cal.
Yeah, you think you can try and deal out some info here for us, buddy?
I mean, it seems he's already given us all.
Man, I don't know much more. Tell you what, I'll be willing to talk to you more if, say, we're on the way to a doctor.
Yeah, alright, sure, buddy. Come on. I was about to offer an arm, but like, oh, Stark's bigger.
He did mention that he was left in the dark and was just tired as muscle.
True, but he did also watch it happen. So, I mean, that's gonna be worth something. For instance, the names of people being thrown around, because you certainly heard that.
I mean, yeah, but he said he
the
killed
descriptions and the descriptions of people as well. Yeah, he said he killed that guy, but we can still look into things.
I mean,
But
yeah.
I'll say this pointedly to Cal as we're like walking away. Like, most importantly, did you hear this guy's name then? Because I can look into people.
I thought he already gave us that.
He's not.
Give us a location. Were there any names thrown around?
Alright, so at this point I'm gonna just ask you to shell out like 100 credits to get this guy to a doctor, because otherwise he's kind
Yeah,
of
all right,
reticent to
Dan.
say much more than that.
Yep. I'll take it off the ship money for now.
Alright.
100 Dr. Bell.
Yeah, he'll tell you everything that you guys heard in the session, because the Merc knows exactly as much as you guys heard. There was some guy named Bragan Pegcat, but he got a nice big blaster hole through the chest, so he's probably not alive anymore.
Great.
And there was some huge, horrific dog monster that chased him for like an hour until he finally like managed to lose it in the streets.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll let myself a think. Okay, I can look into a peg cat on this planet. He seem local, or was he just stopping?
This Pegcat person you're asking about?
Yeah. They ring a bell to him at all?
No, I don't think so.
Right. Okay. Hey, Stark, you think it would be a good idea to ask your friend if a peg cat comes up on any of his lists?
I mean, sounds like Peg Cat is dead as fuck, but well, if anyone will know who might have linked this Peg Cat to the Imperial Army, it'll be Marcus.
All right. If you can drop him a line, it'd be fine. Ugh. All right.
This is sounding like Ivy was actually in some serious shit.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, all right. I guess we'll have to go head off to this location then. Does Gunboy want to hang around and see if he can get a return on investment after doctors have jacked him up for the good stuff?
Savin left like.
Oh, he just left. Right. My bad.
I thought Ivy was going to go gambling.
Yeah. Well, she managed a entirely different kind of gambling.
Just gambling with her life.
Just be prepared. You might need to use those charges sooner than expected.
Oh, please don't set off death hacks. It's like a big, loud "come attack us" button.
Exactly.
You have-
We can use them as perfect distractions.
You actually got H1 Deathpacks.
Yes.
Of course. She was learning the demolition skill. Why would I not give her the tools that she's learning to use?
How
Understandable.
good are you with H1?
We've been practicing all day.
Moderately.
Good enough for
It's-
me.
Alright. So long as you're not just gonna blow yourself up.
I know how to set the detonator and put it on the device and turn it on.
Yeah, I've met several people who have known exactly how to set it, how to make shape charge, and then as soon as blaster bolts start flying, they manage to spill plastique all over their chest plates. And I'm not going to go into more detail on that. You can fill in the gaps with your imaginations.
Well, at least she doesn't have the graphic, organic-y bits to get blown out of her if that happens.
Yes, but I like H1.
It's very true. She's a sweetie. No,
course.
I have faith. She's great at what she does.
I don't flinch.
Does help.
Droids don't flinch.
Unflinching, unwavering, loyal companion.
Cats don't dance and robots don't flinch.
So, Savin, you're back now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does this homeboy want to join us if we can get him all docked up?
You can make a bargain or a command test, perception based, to try and get him on board. He is certainly motivated for vengeance for his Wookiee friend, but also he's really fucked up and is also a mercenary. So we'll call it target number 15.
Okay. Anyone would like to help me with a bargain? That'd be dandy.
I don't have that one trained. I've got 3D plus 1 in perception, if that's enough to, assist anyway.
If it is, then it gets me enough.
I mean, yeah, I don't think so. This guy, yeah, he's too hurt and does not want to fuck with the Sith.
And we are actually, taking him to a doctor on our dime.
Yeah, that's
Like he cares.
and that's why he told you all he did.
Yeah, he told us on the way to the doctors, effectively a tit for tat of info.
So now we're fucking with the Sith.
Yeah, he doesn't want no part of that. He learned his lesson when his best friend died. So
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright.
Put a bolt in them for a year anyway, though.
We need to go to the foundry before any evidence or trails we can find are wiped away.
Yep.
So, look, here's the rub. If I want to get what Marcus knows, I'm gonna have to go back there and meet him in person again.
You didn't have a line drop?
Not one that I'm willing to strain with actual sensitive shit.
All right. Let's go with the forge for now. If we need to chase up leads for Pegcat because we run dry, then we'll do that. It might well be that I can figure out something about them as well on my own.
Should I get my bowcaster from the ship?
Yeah, I think it's
We
time to
need
get to
intimidate
him properly.
somebody.
I'm surprised you didn't bring that with you.
I didn't like it.
There was no point bringing that into the hotel lobby. No one thought there was going to be a Wookiee revenging / friend rescuing from the Empire.
Alright, well, I think that is a good place to call it for the night. It's okay, DCL.
There, DC. Come on, it's okay.
We know that you struggle to hold in your hardcore-tism. And it must leave you in rees.
Hold those reasons.
Yeah, gotta maintain the re.
But yeah, good
You gotta let them
stuff,
marinate for next
everybody.
time.
Hopefully you can get Ivy back in short order.
Yeah, I would feel bad if Stray got onto his fucking third character.
Look forward to
Just
not-
because he rolled another crit fail.
I can't
look
believe
forward to not playing for the next 5 sessions.
Ivy is dead.
I know, right?
It's a shame, I liked her. Oh well.
I put a lot of thought into this character. Now that you guys have actually seen behind the curtain, basically I asked Saban if I could play Garrick from Star Trek. And he said yes, so I did that.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I.
Saban, what's a less nerdy version of that? Help.
Uh,
Oh god,
Could you
there's no less
possibly
nerdy.
elaborate which Star Trek they're from?
TN,
Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine, yeah. It's the
Yep.
the clothing shop owner.
Yeah, no fucking
Oh
idea.
yeah.
I do not know.
No, he's
I actually do know that one.
I
I don't know the name because I've not watched it, but I've read enough about it.
I literally just Control C, Control V the character. Don't worry, guys. See, he's a good guy. It's okay.
Sure. It's
No, he is.
Well, I mean, are you
You keep
basically
saying
just going to kill off Ivy now that the secret is out, or are you keeping her around if we save her?
Well, no, she's gonna be kept around. It's just you guys can't. Because pretty much everyone in the series knows, but only one character actually really did know the entire time. But then he was revealed to be one of them. He was basically an Ultramarine. There was a character who was secretly genetically modified human, like
Ah.
Khan was.
yeah.
You know, everyone knows Khan,
Alright.
right?
Yeah.
And Khan's supposed to be like the super smart best of humanity.
I don't-
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm Khan, but I'm good, and I don't want to hurt anybody, so I'm a doctor."
No. I'm secretly super.
Anyway,
Spoilers, gosh.
That's second season spoilers, dude, and it's a 10-year-old.
Anyway. Come on, let's get to the end.
Thank you for running today, Saban. This
Yeah,
was
What about
all-
EXP,
Yeah.
motherfucker?
You don't get XP.
You don't get experience.
I keep forgetting.
No.
What about
Motherfucker.
EXP, motherfucker?
Oh my god.
Danger sense, Adam? No, it's fine.
Fucking sedate your re.
It's okay. You can get experience tomorrow for Merzen. Oh wait.
You fucker. Low below.
You're welcome
Oh.
back, DCL.
Oh,
It's
I
a
mean,
little low.
Depending,
It's-
I have to
haven't-
wait to see how
but-
fucked people get tomorrow.
you should
I
play as
haven't
Bright
seen
Wizard.
it, but it's basically Warhammer fantasy, so pretty much everyone dies. Welcome to the game, DCL.
You should play a pyromaniac.
As I
Bright
remember,
Wizard.
DCL
Come on,
was
let's
the
just get
one.
to the sign out, fuckos.
Yeah,
Saban
let's
doesn't
finish-
sign out.
Yes,
He does, he
he
started
started
doing it.
to.
But you're all fucking it up.
Scout,
Do it.
give me a sign out, Scout, quick.
God, I really do hope you guys all have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and please do take care. Thank you for watching.